All right, live. We're live. I see Jacob Conley is over here already here. What's up, buddy? All right. Welcome to the jungle, everyone. This is the Bengals-Ravens Sunday Night Football match, my live stream reaction for the Sunday Night Football game that they have this week. It is essentially not for the division crown, obviously. We're not far enough in the season for that to really be a thing, but it is it will determine who has an early lead in the AFC North. Two people watching. If you want to leave a comment, I'll put you up on the screen, just like Jacob Conley here. We'll have a fun little discussion. But anyway, Bengals win this game, and they will be in the lead for the AFC North. And now, obviously, heading into week 6, how big of a deal is that really? This is week 5. We'll be heading into week 6. How big of a deal is it to be in the lead right now? I mean, it's important. It's definitely good to be in the lead. But with the Browns losing to the Chargers in very Browns fashion, I'll just put it that way. Tune into the Battle of Ohio podcast tomorrow night because me and Thomas are going to have some things to talk about, particularly with Jacoby Brissett and that kicker they drafted. Not looking so good, man. But like I said, very big game right now. This game basically decides who is going to be in control of the division after this week. And it is also particularly notable for the Bengals because if the Bengals win this game, then they're crawling all the way back from that 0-2 start to be looking like pretty much a favorite to make the playoffs after everybody was like, playoffs, you can't make the playoffs after starting 0-2, even though there's an extra game now. But, point is, this is a huge, absolutely huge game. Ryan saying that this is a must-win game. And, I mean, like, every game in the NFL is a must-win, Ryan. I wouldn't it's a divisional game. It's a divisional game for, like, the division crown. So it's just like, it's very much like I really want the Bengals to win this game. It's very important for the Bengals to win this game. However, if they don't, they could bounce back. I mean, it's not the end of the world if they don't win this one just because, like 2-3, it's not the end of the world. But every game is a must-win game, and this one's a huge one. So, I mean, if they win this game, they get all the spoils. It's going to be pretty good. But yeah, we're going to see what happens here. Bengals have a habit. This particular iteration of the Bengals team has a habit of getting off to slow starts. So hopefully we don't see that, but they've been doing a good job the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, they actually scored a touchdown on their first drive. Now, in both cases, they scored a touchdown on their first drive, and then they didn't particularly keep up that momentum. It took them a little while to get back to that, but, the point is that they did it. So, I have a new thing that I want to try out, and Conley, I'm glad you're watching because I have some background music. Let me know if that is too loud or if I should turn that down. Because I can't hear it at all. I still can't hear it. I went back and listened to my stream from Thursday. I know, right? They'll get it, man. They'll get it every game. But yeah, the audio, I did go back and listen to it. Turns out that it's just my side of things. I can't hear it for whatever reason, but the podcast clip worked fine, and the music worked fine. I didn't really like any of the music that was playing, so I got my own music. This is actually the music playing right now. You like it? That's good. The music playing right now is actually a creation of my buddy Aaron McWhorter. So shout out to him for writing this music. But anyway, kick is away, and the Cincinnati Bengals and Baltimore Ravens are about to get off to a start. Bengals get the ball first, so they're going to be looking to, get off to a hot start. And I think that's pretty much like their strategy last year was get the ball second and then be able to do the double up on them after halftime. But now I think their focus is more so we need to get off to better starts, and getting the ball first is a good way to do that. So I'm going to talk about inactives and injuries here in a little bit, but we'll do that at a commercial. Anyway, Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. He throws quickly to Jamar Chase on a screen pass. It goes for about 10 yards. That was a great first play. That's what you want to see. Now, this Baltimore Ravens defense definitely has some pretty big holes. That secondary is not the secondary of the big, huge, scary Baltimore Ravens from the early 2000s. Like, this is a different team entirely. This is a team that relies on its offensive prowess. But Bengals did a good job of shutting down that offensive prowess the last couple times we played them. I think Lou Anarumo might have kind of figured out the formula with Lamar Jackson. But anyway, Hayden Hurst motions to his right, and Joe Burrow dumps it off to Jamar Chase. That one, unfortunately, does not go anywhere, and I think he gets tackled in the backfield, so it might be a 1-yard loss. If not, it might be they might call it back at the line of scrimmage, but I think he lost at least a couple inches on that play. So we'll see exactly where they're going to put it, but that was not the kind of play you want. He did extend, so I guess it just kind of depends on where they say that knee came down. I think the knee came down before he extended, so let's see what they say. They're calling it 2nd and 10, so whatever, I'll take that. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation, takes the snap, looking around, finds Joe Mixon, and Joe Mixon gets some positive yardage. What do you know? He's still good. He just can't run the ball. He just needs to get it to the outside. Doesn't do well on pitches either, though. I miss Josh Bynes. Like the thing, like Josh Bynes was never like the greatest player in the world for the Bengals, and I know he was only here for like a year, but part of like the mentality that he like instilled as a veteran in this Bengals team, I think is part of the reason they started turning themselves around. T. Higgins motions to Joe Burrow's right, and he's barking orders at the line. Shotgun formation, takes the snap, evades pressure. Has to get it away, isn't able to get anything out of it, though, and they're going to have to go punt. So that sucks. That's not the way you want to get started out. But at the same time, that's better. Like, there have been some starts that they've had where they just couldn't get anything done on offense. So the fact that they were able to move the ball a little bit and then just couldn't, had a bad play, and then, kind of moved the ball, but then just couldn't move it enough. It's like, yeah, whatever. If you're watching in the stream, feel free to leave a comment in the chat, and I will put you up on the screen, and we'll have a discussion. We'll have some fun. Kevin Huber punts the ball all the way to the 29-yard line, and that's where the Baltimore Ravens are going to take over on offense for the first time. And so that's the gamble that you kind of take when you take the ball first. If you don't go score on the first possession, then you're kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit, right? I mean, like, you can still have a good defensive drive, but the thing is, the opposing team is going to get the ball first in the second half. And I like going for having that advantage in the second half. I understand why the Bengals aren't doing it this year, though. I understand that their perspective is more so we want to get off to faster starts on offense, and that was such a problem last year that they kind of want to fix this year. So I think that's kind of what they're going for. All right, so we are on a commercial now, and want to shine a little bit of light on some of these injuries. So as far as injuries go, the Bengals are in – neither team is really in a horrible position, but I would say that the Bengals are in probably a better position than the Baltimore Ravens. So going into this game, Devin Asiasi, T. Higgins, and Hayden Hurst were all questionable to play in this game. I've already seen T. Higgins and Hayden Hurst, and I believe Devin Asiasi is playing too, because when I looked at the inactives – it was just like it was just kind of the standard people. Cam Taylor-Britt, who's still recovering from off-season injury of some sort. Then you got Travion Williams, who isn't going to be active most of the time anyway. Deontay Smith, who's a regular on the inactive list. Jackson Carman, who is also a regular on the inactive list. God, I'm about ready to sound the bust alarm on him. That's Jackson Carman, man. But look, it sounds like Cordell Volson is doing pretty well at left guard. So it's just like, if you're gonna have a second round pick not do well, at least you ended up getting a 4th round pick to come in and play for him, who's doing quite well. So I guess whatever. And then Jay Tufele, one of the free agency pickups we had, is not active for this game. So That is what it is. But nothing too serious. I'd like to see Cam Taylor-Britt at some point, but I think it'll be okay. The Ravens, however, will definitely be missing Rashad Bateman, Justice Hill, Justin Houston, and Ben Cleveland, their backup guard. Ravens are extremely thin at the guard position right now. They actually, I believe Ben Cleveland was the only backup they had. So if they have an injury to one of their starting guards, they're going to have to dig into like the tackle depth to replace it. Or maybe the center depth. I'm not entirely sure which direction they would go with that. But yeah, so I've learned... Oh, never mind. Hold on. Lamar Jackson, shotgun formation, fakes the handoff, jumps off to Mark Andrews, who's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. Almost a face mask there on Sam Hubbard, but I think he managed to take his hand away before he got called for it. Forward progress is going to stop the Ravens after about a 6-yard gain, I want to say. So, not the best start I've ever seen of all time. But, it's okay because the Bengals got off to, about the same start on offense, and they ended up punting. So, it was a 7-yard pickup. So, the Ravens are going to have the ball 2nd and 23. And to be clear, earlier I said J.K. Dobbins. I misspoke. J.K. Dobbins is playing. Although, who knows if he's going to be his normal self. We'll see. Lamar Jackson, pistol formation, hands the ball off to J.K. Dobbins, who drives near the first down marker. I think he's halted before he gets there. And forward progress is not going to be enough, but I guess let's see where they spot it. Okay, so it looks, nope, they're putting it ahead. That's, I didn't think he got it, but, it was questionable. Bet you anything if you replayed it, it would probably show that he got it. So, yeah, whatever. Come on, defense, we got to stop them. Can't let them march down the field. If we're gonna really be competitive in this game, we got to impose our will. Lamar Jackson, Lamar Jackson, shotgun formation. Devin Duvernay. Oh my God, not Devin Duvernay. Is that Devin Duvernay? Came in motion for a fake handoff from Lamar Jackson, and he ran into the snap, and it fumbled, and he ended up picking it up and getting a first down though. So that's not good. Like Bengals, like that's bad. Like that's really really trash play of the Bengals right there. Like that was a broken play for the Ravens, and you let them go get a first down. Like that's not good, man. You got to do better than that. You have got to do better than that. That was trash by the Bengals defense there. Gonna need to improve. Not gonna be competing much in this game if playing like that. Lamar Jackson fakes the handoff, throws a Devin Duvernay, and he is going to get ahead for about 9-yard pickup. Not quite enough for a first down, but Bengals just kind of letting the Ravens do whatever they want right now. So, gonna need to get your shit together, Lou Anarumo. Not a big fan of that. Come on, let's get a turnover. That'd be nice. Wouldn't that be cool? Let's get a turnover. All right. Lamar Jackson, pistol formation, hands the ball off J.K. Dobbins. He's got enough for a first down. Runs into Von Bell, who can't really bring him down, but does bring him down, but basically gets knocked on his ass before he trips him up. So it's gonna be about a 5-yard pickup. Defense did not come to play, or at least they weren't ready to start. Just kind of letting the Ravens do whatever they want on offense right now. All right, Lamar Jackson. Going to line up under center. Got a bunch formation of 3 to his left. Takes the handoff, pitches it to Devin Duvernay, who's in the backfield. And Bengals just let him slide right ahead for about a 13-yard pickup. Like, are we going to tackle somebody? Are we going to do anything, please? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely insane. If you're in the chat, let me know how you feel about it, because this is not good. This is not good. Let's see. Oh, phenomenal block there by Patrick Ricard, the fullback, on Chidobe Awuzie, and just like bulldozes him out of the picture. And that's the big reason why the Bengals were. That's the big reason why the Ravens were able to pick up a big gain on that play, because the Bengals were sort of all over it, but the person who was over there got flattened. Lamar Jackson fakes the handoff. He's got Mike Hilton all over him. Manages to get the ball off because Mike Hilton, I guess, just is, doesn't want to try to actually commit to the tackle because he's worried that Lamar Jackson's going to give him the slip, which is fair enough. But, hey, that was like the best defensive play of the day. You forced Lamar Jackson to throw the ball away. Golly. Good spy coverage there on Mike Hilton's, just not able to actually bring Lamar Jackson down, which, I suppose I get. Lamar Jackson's a lot bigger than him, but I think he was just focusing too much on making sure Lamar Jackson didn't slip away, which I guess is fair. Lamar Jackson's real good at that. Anyway, shotgun snap. Throws, and it is not caught. It's thrown a little too low, and Rashad Bateman. He's not playing. I'm not smart. James Prochet II. That is the first time I ever heard that name before in my life. James Prochet II. Or Proche. Is it Proche or Prochet? If you know, let me know. But he's not able to come down with it. It is a low ball. Probably should have come up with that, though. He got a hand on it and it wasn't on the ground, so probably should have come up with that. All right, Lamar Jackson motions J.K. Dobbins out of the backfield. Looking around. He throws. He's got a man. Bengals are over that. Looks like, what was that, Dax Hill? Yeah, Dax Hill, who's playing, thank God. Dax Hill tackles him for only about a 3-yard gain. So it's going to be 4th down. Bengals are going to hold him to a field goal. So, yeah, that's pretty much how the Bengals defense operates, folks. If you're new to the Bengals, that's pretty much how. Oh, good pressure there by Logan Wilson, too. That's part of why Lamar Jackson had to kind of not let that play develop. Isaiah Likely on the catch, by the way. But this is pretty much what the Bengals do, folks. They just kind of they're not very good at stopping teams. Often anyway. Justin Tucker with the 37-yard field goal, of course it's good. But the Bengals defense isn't always particularly great at stopping teams from moving the ball. But they are really good at not allowing opposing teams to score. They've done a damn good job of keeping teams out of the end zone. So that's a big part of the reason why the Bengals have been in these games. Not just the ones that they won, but the first 2 games against the Steelers and the Cowboys that they lost. A big reason that despite, the offensive ineptitude, that they were able to actually, keep up and almost win those games is because they were able to move the ball down, or they were able to stop teams from scoring after they moved the ball down the field. So basically it made it so that the Bengals only being able to get field goals was good enough, it wasn't good enough. They lost. But, we got 8 people watching right now. If you're watching the game, go comment in the comment box over here, I think. Is it over here? I actually don't know. I haven't really watched myself enough on like a stream to. I think it's over here, right? If you're watching, let me know. Box is over here, right? I think. I don't know. Look at me getting excited over 8 people watching at one time. That's the most I've ever had before. I'm sure the more I do this, the more it'll grow. But right now that's a lot of people for me. So that's awesome. Let's hope they start running the ball. The Bengals? Yeah. Let's hope they actually start successfully running the ball. I think that's the thing, because the Bengals lately have not been doing particularly well running the ball. So, I'd like to see them do it successfully. Let's see if they actually do it. All right, so back to these inactives. Not really much of anything to speak of for the Bengals to worry about. Ravens, at the very least, have Rashad Bateman out, which that's another guy who can catch the ball. So that's a thing. Y'all got me curious now. I am wondering on defense. The Baltimore Ravens are the 10th worst team in the NFL, according to PFF, in terms of defending against the run. So maybe it wouldn't be a terrible idea. And actually, as far as pass coverage goes, they're dead center. They're 16. So might be a good idea to try to run the ball. I know they haven't been having a lot of success with it, but I mean, potentially something you could tack on the Ravens. Might help you kind of maintain momentum a little bit, get the ball down the field a little bit more. Not to mention that play action passing game. That'd be real good. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, Ryan. I just like I said, they need to run the ball well for it to matter. Ooh, Chris Evans with the nice return, gets up to about the 30-yard line. Not the most exhilarating return of all time, but it's more yards than what you would have gotten with the touchback, so I'll take it. Offense got to be able to move the ball though for that to matter. Got a little extra real estate there, but at the same time you got to do something with it. So let's see what they do. They are lining up in single back formation though. So Burrow's lined up on their center. Maybe they'll run the ball here. Let's see. Did a good job throwing it to Mixon earlier. Oh, pitch to the left, and nope, nothing. Be careful what you wish for, Ryan. They tried to run, it did not work. I don't know why they cannot pull pitch runs to save their lives, but every time they do, it's a fucking disaster. So that's bad. That's bad. Oh yeah, and oh my god, nobody's blocking well. Nobody is blocking well. They tried to screen the whole offensive line over, and the Ravens just swallowed that the hell up. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Jamar Chase motioned into the backfield. He's going to hand the ball to Jamar Chase this time, who does dance out of a tackle, but he only picks up a yard. So yeah, maybe let's not run the ball. Maybe let's not run the ball. I mean, obviously we need to try to run the ball. That needs to be part of the game plan, but they need to, I'm almost kind of the opinion at this point that maybe an air raid style offense would be more beneficial for the Cincinnati Bengals team. Now obviously you can't do that in the NFL because you need to keep defenses guessing because opposing teams are so good that they can't just know what you're going to do all the time. Anyway, Joe Burrow shotgun formation. He's looking around. Samaje Perine in the backfield this time, and Joe Burrow gets sacked. La'el Collins just got destroyed on that one. Oh, that was bad. The offense looked okay in the first drive, and that was just a shit show in the second drive. Let's see exactly what happens here. La'el Collins is definitely the man who got beat there. Yep, he tries to box someone out, and they rip inside on him, and he's basically just not able to recover. It's Jason Pierre-Paul, by the way, on the sack. Kevin Huber's going to boot it away, and it's going to be caught around the 28-yard line, but there's plenty of room to run. Bengals are all over it, though, so he only picks up about 4 yards on the return, so that's good that the special teams is doing well. Special teams did well. Offense looks, pretty subpar right now. On that last drive, they were atrocious, but first drive they did okay. And then the defense is just kind of doing what defense does. They're not really getting off the field super quickly, but they're preventing touchdowns. So if the Bengals are going to have a chance in this game, get the offense warmed up and ready to go, because that's kind of what they tend to do. They tend to have these really awful slow starts, and then they get going. And if that's going to work this week, then you're going to need the defense to be able to stop the Ravens from scoring. So, I mean, I guess it's a formula that works enough. It also doesn't work too much, but it works sometimes. So, let's see what they're going to do with that. Had a kind of a interesting week in the NFL, as far as the other games today. Obviously Thursday was atrocious, but if you watch my live stream, you know how I felt about that game. That was just it wasn't even I've said many times on the Battle of Ohio podcast and on this channel that I enjoy defensive football games. I enjoy it when it's just a defensive slugfest, and because the defensive players do cool stuff too. It doesn't have to be all high-flying, scoring all the time. This isn't the Arena Football League. I like seeing teams be challenged. So I like defensive games. But that was not a defensive football game. That was atrocious offense, and defense is just kind of like sitting back and being like, yo, we don't have to really do anything. That's cool. I mean, there were some, turnovers and some sacks and stuff, but it just kind of seemed like those were like just kind of like they just happened to get some sacks and stuff. Like, it didn't really seem like they had to work too hard to get the sacks and the interceptions. They were just kind of like serving them up like hotcakes, So the Thursday night game was awful, and the Broncos are awful. And when my power rankings come out, they will be they will be plummeting. Terrible. Ryan, maybe they should have used Evans and P. Ryan. Not an NFL football coach. That's fair. I think they should probably, Samaje Perine has been doing pretty decently. So maybe they should be running it a little bit more with Samaje Perine. Chris Evans, I wonder. We haven't really seen enough of him to really know how he would do. I think he would do well. He's talented. All right, Lamar Jackson's in the pistol. He's going to hand the ball off to J.K. Dobbins, who's got a hole all day. I don't understand why the Bengals can only defend in the red zone. They're only capable of defending in the red zone. I don't understand it. They're very, very good at keeping other teams from scoring touchdowns. And when they do get touchdowns, they're typically big, massive plays. They don't typically give up too many touchdowns in the red zone. And they hardly give up any in goal-to-go situations. But they play so soft in the first 80 yards of the field. I don't understand why. All right, Lamar Jackson, shotgun formation, motions man to his left, fakes the handoff, looking around. Good pressure by the Bengals, but obviously Lamar Jackson is shifty, and he just throws the ball away. So, live to fight another down. That's the right move. That's the right move by Lamar Jackson there. I mean, I wish he'd take the sack. That'd be cool. But, obviously I am, rooting for the opposing team, so probably shouldn't be taking my advice there. Well, they're adding the PFF ranks at the bottom of these like player introductions. That's really cool. That's my company, by the way. I mean, I don't own the company. I work for the company, but I think it's cool that I have a job where I get to do football stuff. Right? Just kind of a dream of mine. All right, great pressure there by Trey Hendrickson, I believe, on Lamar Jackson. He was in shotgun formation and just had to dump the ball off super quickly. I guess he found a receiver in the area because he was still in the pocket. They didn't call intentional grounding. So that's a couple really good defensive plays in a row there. It's going to be 3rd down and 10, and you got a chance to make them punt the ball. So let's see if we can make them punt the ball. That would be really nice. Ghosts of Bengals fans passed. Ghosts of Bengals Twitter passed. You got Tyler Linderbaum at center and Kevin Zeitler at right guard. That's depressing. Lamar Jackson takes the shotgun snap. Great pressure, and the Bengals sack him. Sam Hubbard takes him down. That's a huge loss on the play. It's going to be a flag. I don't know what the flag is. I wonder if they're going to call it helmet hit or something like that. It looked like a clean hit to me, but what do I know? The refs love to call bullcrap. Holding on the defense. Automatic first down because Chidobe Awuzie was holding. God, dude, you can't do that. Come on, man. That was a great, huge momentum play. And you screwed it up. Let's see, what does he do here? Yeah, he's basically mugging Mark Andrews. Oh, my God. He turns him around. You can't do that, dude. That sack probably doesn't happen without Chidobe Awuzie holding him, to be fair, because Mark Andrews had him beat all day. But still. Lamar Jackson going to hand the ball off. I'm going to fake the handoff. Fake me out. Looks like he faked the Bengals out, too, because he picks about 9 yards on the play. There's the only people who were able to get over there, Eli Apple and the linebackers. I think it might have been Bates or Pratt. One of the two. Bates or Pratt. Same person. Holding on the offense. All right, that's good. That's good. Push him back. So that's going to be a net 5-yard loss over the last 2 plays for the Ravens, because the Bengals gave him 5 yards. But It's also going to be an automatic. It was an automatic first down. This is going to replay first down, so that's stupid. Going to be 1st and 20. Do enjoy seeing that, though. Do enjoy seeing the Ravens go backwards. That's what we like. Bengals got some good defensive momentum on the last couple of plays, so let's see if they can get back to that, because that last play was not good. Lamar Jackson takes the shotgun snap, fakes the throw, and just throws it right into the dirt. I guess they're saying he was far enough back that it didn't count as intentional. I mean, he's just been throwing the ball away a lot. And in some cases, he's way far out, and of course, he's not in the pocket. But there's been a couple of times I'm like, are you sure he's not in the pocket? I mean, I know he ran backwards quite a bit, but he was still he was definitely in the hashes, he wasn't that damn far back. So I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a Bengals fan. I'm just a Bengals fan who's probably super biased because, it's my football team playing. That's probably how that works. Got 6 people watching right now. That's real cool. Leave a comment, and I'll put you up on the screen. We'll talk a little bit. Lamar Jackson, going to throw. He's going to find Devin Duvernay. Logan Wilson's all over that one, though, so he does pick up about 3 yards, but with it being 2nd and 20, that's not too bad. So it's going to be 3rd and 17, or 16, or I don't know, whatever they're going to call it. I think it's 17. They're not saying just yet, though. I guess they're calling it 15. Ugh. I don't agree with that. I don't think he got 5 yards, but whatever. All right, you got 15 yards to force a 4th down here. Come on. I think you can do it. I believe in you guys. You've been doing all right the last few plays. All right, Lamar Jackson takes a shotgun snap. No pressure this time. Oh, no, Trey Hendrickson's got him, and he trips him. Lamar Jackson's able to get out of the backfield, so it's not going to count as a sack, but he only picks up 3 yards, so it's going to be a punt. Going to be a punt this time. I'll take that all day. Matthew Thompson. I don't think I've talked to you yet. You're new. Well, feel free to subscribe to the channel, my friend. Put out Bengals content fairly often. I do a podcast called the Battle of Ohio Podcast, and I put those clips up. And I also do Bengals reactions, and I also try to live stream as many of at least the away games, because my dad has season tickets. Although we're not going to all the games this year, so it's kind of complicated. So I might stream some of the home games too. But I stream Bengals games all the time. I do Bengals reactions. I did previews last year, but that the preview thing kind of fell off the rails this year. Battle of Ohio podcast clips. So subscribe. We'll put content out for you, and you'll enjoy it. Have a good time. Hooday! Like I said, man, my videos are. Well, yeah. See, there you go. Love the sub, man. I'm gonna try to get back into putting like right now. Oh, I also do power rankings, NFL power rankings. I do that, and I also this year I'm trying to stream more general NFL games. So it's I'm a Bengals fan, and I'm gonna do a Bengals channel, but I'm also trying to talk about the rest of the NFL because that's just what I'm passionate about, is talking about football. So that's pretty much what we do on this channel. Eventually, I want to get back into doing content basically 6 days a week. Right now, it's 4 videos a week, and then plus a stream, maybe 2 streams. This week I did 2 streams. But my plan is to figure out something for previews at some point. We'll figure out previews. And then I'm also trying to throw around ideas about just doing general NFL videos beyond just the power rankings, but I'm open to suggestions. If you have ideas what videos you want to watch, let me know. Who wins the Super Bowl? Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. But who wins the Super Bowl? Bengals, man. Now, honestly, objectively, first of all, it's week 5. Really hard to say. My co-host from the Battle of Ohio podcast before the season, his Super Bowl pick was the Broncos, which... That's funny. I didn't really make one, but off the top of my head, the Bills are really damn good, dude. I'm finding it hard to argue with the Bills. The Bengals could go back. First of all, if you follow the Bengals, they are fully capable of going back. But they're gonna have to do better than they're doing today. going to need to be a little bit more consistent if they want to go back to the Super Bowl. Because, I mean, they got on a really big hot streak last year, and they managed to make it work. And they fixed the offensive line, sort of. So it's just like that was the reason we lost the Super Bowl. So you'd think if we make it back, we can win it this year. But at the same time, like, I am a Bengals fan. So for me to say the Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl, it's just kind of like I try to be as objective as I can on this channel, and I just don't know how objective I can truly be to say the Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl. Like I said it in the offseason, if the Bengals fix the offensive line, they will win the Super Bowl. And, you know, I truly believed that at the time, and I don't know if they've really fully fixed the offensive line. All right, Joe Burrow is going, oh, Jesus, dude. Joe Burrow was in an empty shotgun formation and I guess had a designed run on that play. Got about 3 yards in the play. Got his head smacked into the dirt, though, so I'm not going to call it, I guess, because the NFL just doesn't really seem to care about protecting Joe Burrow. I don't know why. I don't understand why. Like, they never throw flags on people, like, doing unnecessary roughness and stuff on Joe Burrow, but whatever, man. I guess I just don't understand football. Whatever. Jamar Chase motions into the backfield. So you got Chase and Mixon back there. Joe Burrow is going to take the shotgun snap. He's going to throw to Jamar Chase, who I think got tripped up there by was it Owe? Number 99? Is that Owe? Whatever. I think he got tripped up by the Ravens defender, and they didn't call a flag on that. I think, yeah, that's Owe. So Owe was on the coverage there. And oh no, he just totally pulled Jamar Chase. But yeah, at the same time, that's not a penalty. Like, I mean, that was contact like before 5 yards and the ball hadn't been thrown yet. So I mean, he kind of threw Jamar Chase off his rhythm. That's not a flag. Bengals were trying to call for it, but I think it's a good no call by the refs there. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Got a lot of protection, plenty of time. Gets the ball off to Hayden Hurst, who is not going to get enough for the first down. He had all day in front of him, but just was not able to muscle ahead and get that first down. So it's going to be fourth down. Bengals offense, once again, doing absolutely nothing. Oh, boy. You can see it. Dude, you're fine. Like, I mean, during the plays, I'm going to be talking about the plays. But like, when we have breaks, you know, I'll respond to the comments, and that's what I was doing. So there was a break. Speaking of which, there's a punt right now. So when they actually snap the ball, Kevin Huber's going to punt the ball from pretty deep, but not in his own end zone for what that's worth. Gets the ball down to about the 50-yard line, takes a fantastic Bengals roll, and it's going to roll all the way down to about the 38-yard line. That was a nice little punt there by Kevin Huber. I'll take that all day. All right, see you in a minute, Matthew. All right, let's see. What are people saying about the game right now? That's what I'm curious about. Offense looks the worst it's ever been. Yeah, the last two drives it really has. It's my buddy Aaron saying that. I don't know what's going on. Defense is doing all right though. You know, got to give it to the defense. They're holding the Ravens in check. Letting them drive down the field a little bit, but you know they're getting their shit together, which is all you can really ask from them. But yeah, the offense, just like the last two drives, the offense has been atrocious. The first drive, they looked like they were doing all right, and then they just kind of like fell apart. But honestly, I think it's the fact that we can't run the ball. Like, we can't run the ball, and because of that, the Ravens are just basically doing everything they can to like throw everything into pass protection. Because I hate that, dude. The fact that they're so bad at running the ball right now, like you would have thought, like, it seems like they've done a pretty decent job fixing the pass protection on the offensive line. It's not perfect. Lyle Collins is getting beat every once in a while, and that was the guy who we thought was going to be like, you know, totally solid, and like you brought him. Everybody got real excited about him coming in because, like, yeah, Lyle Collins, he's like the best right tackle in the NFL. That's gonna be awesome. Unfortunately, there's an adjustment period, and I think he was kind of injured. So, but he is kind of getting it. Had a really bad rep earlier, but from what I can tell, it seemed like the only particularly bad rep he's had so far. So he's doing okay today. But the run defense, I mean, who knew that, like, you go out there, you get a bunch of new offensive linemen to repair the fact that they can't pass block. to save their damn lives, and somehow you screw up the running blocking, because they were decent run blockers last year. Like, I mean, there were still issues, but they were decent at run blocking last year. At least not atrocious like they were with pass blocking. And yeah, I don't know what's happened with the run blocking this year. I really don't want to blame Frank Pollock, because it's like they have improved since he's gotten here. But it's just like, I mean, really, like, you got all these brand new, really good offensive linemen. You made this big push to go get new offensive linemen. Okay, crap. Looks like that ball actually hit out of bounds, so it didn't roll back to the 38-yard line. So, like I said, it hit at the 50. I guess it hit just barely out of bounds at the 50. So the Ravens are going to have the ball at the 50-yard line. That sucks. That's a free 12 yards there for the Ravens. All right, Lamar Jackson, shotgun snap. Fantastic protection. And he gets the ball off to Devin Duvernay. Nobody's there covering him. Jesse Bates eventually brings him down, but wide open. I don't know what they're doing on that play, but, you know, could not get anything done on pass protection there, or on the pass rush. Looks like you had Joseph Osai, the young buck who was hurt all last year, but the edge rusher going up against Ronnie Stanley, who I guess is like newly healthy, and did not go well for Joseph Osai, so that sucks. Lamar Jackson's gonna fake the handoff, throw the ball, and once again, nobody covering Denard Robinson there, and he's gonna pick up about 9 on the play. So I don't know what to do with this defense, dude. Like, I genuinely don't know. It's just like, sometimes they're great and sometimes they're awful. There's not really a whole lot of middle ground. They're mostly great. Like, they're usually great. So it's just like, you'll take it. They're definitely an above average unit, because most of the time they're great. It's just sometimes they're terrible. That was great. Now that was great. That was a handoff to J.K. Dobbins, and Bengals are all over him in the backfield, and Josh Tupou body slams him. Not in like a dirty way. Just he like, J.K. Dobbins happens to be underneath him, and he just like falls on top of him. So that's cool. That's cool. All right, so it's going to be 3rd down, and I think they lost a yard, so it's going to be like 3rd down and 2 now. So that's what I'm saying, man. I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, why can't you just be consistent? Do something like, I mean, now granted, it's like I'm sitting here like criticizing the defense when in general they come out of all games doing quite well and don't really let a lot of points go, and compared to the offense, which just has massive problems, it's just like it feels a little ridiculous that I am choosing to pick at the defense. But at the same time, there's some major issues here. Like, if the offense was playing better, I think more people would be talking about how the defense just likes to, at random times, play awful for like 3 or 4 plays in a row. And I don't know. But at the same time, I guess if you keep them out of the end zone, you play the way you've been playing all day, like, you know, the net result is pretty good. So I guess you'll take that. For people watching in the stream, got anything you want to say, put it in the chat over here, and we'll put you up on the screen. Obviously, in the future, as I do more of this and you get more people in the stream, I'm not going to always be able to put everybody's comments up. But because I'm so small right now, and we don't really have a super active chat, you know, I'll put you up if you just comment. You know, put your thoughts in the side, and I'll put you up on the screen here, and you know, we'll have a grand old time. Didn't really get it. I had a lot going on. I was doing some work for PFF during the afternoon games, so I didn't really see what was going on. Looks like the Cowboys beat the crap out of the Rams, so the Rams are going to be tumbling in my power rankings this week. A lot of teams are going to be tumbling in my power rankings this week. Dude, the Eagles just keep winning, man. Like, and the Cardinals are terrible, so I'm a little less impressed with that. But the Giants, dude. The Giants, 4-1, just took down the Packers. Jeez. I don't know if any of y'all watched Tom Grassi's reaction video. He was like, "Are we bad?" And I'm like, "Bro, you're 3-2." Like, these spoiled ass Packer fans are like freaking out because their team isn't like dominating in every single game. And I get they lost to the Giants, but it's the second game they've lost all year. Like, give me a break. Steelers fans, on the other hand, have plenty to complain about. And that makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. The Steelers are so bad, and it's so fun and so wonderful. Bills kicked their asses 38-3 today. I'm gonna watch House of the Dragons. What's that? I'm not familiar with it. Is that like a Netflix show or something like that? Anyway, Lamar Jackson is gonna hand the ball off to Devin Duvernay, and he's gonna get the first down because the Bengals just don't seem to have it. I think like the Bengals are awful at like outside like runs to the left and the right and stuff like that. They're awful at pulling that off, but they're also awful at defending it. So it's just like I almost kind of feel like the game plan to beat the Bengals would be to just run it to the left and the right all the time. Like do wide outside runs to the left and right. The Bengals just can't defend it ever. I don't know why. I don't understand. Lamar Jackson, pistol formation. Hands the ball off Devin Duvernay. Joseph Osai gets in the backfield, but can't get to him. However, Jesse Bates and Logan Wilson are able to combine to only give him about a yard or two on the play. So what could have been a disastrous play actually turns out okay. 2nd and 7, so I guess they picked up 3 yards on the play. But good cleanup job there by Logan Wilson. Just a little frustrating that Joseph Osai wasn't able to actually... Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Akeem Davis-Gaither. That was ADG. I'm sorry. Who was not able to bring him down. Jesse Bates able to help Logan Wilson with the cleanup. But Akeem Davis-Gaither just whiffed on that tackle in the backfield. Great job to get penetration and get there, but couldn't finish it off. Lamar Jackson's going to take the shotgun snap. Trey Hendrickson's all over him. Lamar Jackson's just got to throw it away. That's kind of becoming a theme in this game. Lamar Jackson's just throwing the ball away a bunch because Trey Hendrickson is like, not today, boss. The Ravens are in field goal range, so, you know, they're probably going to get a field goal here, but it's also only going to be a 6-point ball game. So offense still has a chance to start getting it together. If you can go get a touchdown, take the lead. Now, I'm also assuming that the Ravens are going to get the field goal, but it's Justin Tucker. So, like, I mean, you know, maybe we get turnover here. If it's 3rd and 7, we can get turnover right here. You never know. I've called it before. I'm not necessarily calling it right now, but, I mean, who knows, maybe. Lamar Jackson, shotgun snap. Looking around, throws, and touchdown, Mark Andrews. Finds Mark Andrews out to the left. Nobody is even in the vicinity, and he's just got the angle all day. The Bengals aren't even, like, trying to hold him down. I mean, not the whole game, just on that play. Like, it's got daylight all day. Like you're going to score every single time. The entire left side of the field is vacated. Like, they're just not even paying attention over there. Like, did somebody blow a zone coverage? Did somebody bust a coverage or something? Because that entire side of the field was totally vacated, dude. Well, it's 10-0 now. The offense has got to get going, man. The offense has got to get going because this Ravens offense, I mean, the Bengals defense is doing a good job, but they're not going to be able to, like, just constantly do what they've been doing all game. Like, Bengals offense has got to step up because I don't know what's going on because it's not like, I mean, it hasn't been the greatest protection, but it's not a pass protection problem right now. It's just Joe Burrow's not getting the ball to his receivers, and I don't understand. I don't understand what they're doing right now, and it's really frustrating. But we'll see, I guess. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I don't think anybody was watching at the time. Had the Browns losing to the Chargers in the most Browns way I've ever seen in my life before. Jacoby Brissett, for the 3rd game in a row, throws a interception in the red zone with like a few minutes left to go. And then the Browns defense actually does a good job of getting the ball back. But then Cade York, the kicker they drafted, the much, celebrated kicker they drafted ends up missing a field goal, and the Browns end up losing 30-28. So that's like, I mean, you know, I'm Thomas, if you end up watching this, I'm sorry, buddy, but that shit's funny. Now, you know, the way the Bengals are playing right now, it might just be a very sad episode of the Battle of Ohio podcast this coming week. But, you know, the Bengals have come back from worse deficits. And honestly, the Ravens have given away bigger leads in recent weeks, like the last 3 games. Was it the last 3 games? I think it's all 3 of the last. Well, no. Let's see. They blew just 2 weeks. 2 weeks in a row. They blew huge leads to the Dolphins and the Bills. So they could do it again. Actually, it was sort of 3 weeks in a row. They beat the Patriots, but they blew a huge lead to the Patriots. Like, you know, the Patriots came back in that game, and Ravens ended up putting that game away. But that's basically 3 weeks in a row that the Ravens have blown huge leads to opposing teams. So I mean, 10-0 isn't a huge lead, but you know, I will say like I've been watching the Bengals enough over the last year or so to know that, you know, just because they're losing 10-0 right now doesn't really mean much. You know, I fully expect that they will figure something out and climb their way back. You know, this is not going to be a blowout. It's just not going to be. And the Vikings beating the Bears, so that's. I have no analysis of that. Like, of course they did. Patriots putting a beat down on the Lions, mostly a defense, 29-0. So that best offense in the league there for the Lions didn't really come in too much handy this week. And Justin Tucker is going to kick the ball off back to the Bengals. It's going to go, it's going to be returned. I thought it was going to go through the end zone, but it is going to be returned. Chris Evans should have just let it be a touchback because he only gets it to the 23-yard line. So not the best decision in the world to return it, but I mean, you know, it's only we only really lost 2 yards there. I guess, you know, if you're taking the gamble, might as well take the gamble. Not the worst thing in the world that's ever happened. Saints beating the Seahawks 39-32. Wow. Seahawks have been getting into some of those types of games too. Jets 40-17. 40-17, dude. Holy crap. We'll talk about the rest here in a second. Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Got Joe Mixon to his right, and he's going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon, who gets like 4 yards on the play, and that's like the best run he's had all day. Wonderful. Falcons beating the Buccaneers beating the Falcons 21-15. So, you know, that was probably a closer game than they would have liked. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Mixon is once again to his right, and he's, I think, audibling around, barking out orders. Tyler Boyd's motioning around. Now he's on the left side of the field. Takes the ball and just gets swallowed up. Free rusher right up the middle. That's Josh Bynes. Man, I vouched for you earlier. I was talking all about how I like Josh Bynes. Now I don't like Josh Bynes anymore. What happened here? All right, Alex Kappa's. Let's see. Man, that Alex Kappa just not paying attention. That's what happened. Like, Alex Kappa was trying to go help Lyle Collins, but wasn't paying attention, and Josh Bynes just came right down the middle, and Joe Burrow got eaten alive. So it's going to be 3rd and 14 from the 18-yard line. Joe Burrow takes the snap, shotgun, dumps it off to Hayden Hurst short once again, and that play's not working, guys. Like, why are we doing that? That's the second time on 3rd and, like, a decent amount that we've tried dumping the ball off short to Hayden Hurst, and he gets most of the yards, but doesn't get all of the yards. Like, why? Take that play call out of the book. It's not working. Or at least do it on, like, 1st or 2nd down. Stop doing it on 3rd down. Man, if we lose this game, I'm going to hear all about how Zach Taylor's play calling sucks, because that's the only thing that people know how to criticize. But that was a bad play call. I don't know. I really don't know what he's thinking with that. That is the one thing I will say that as far as Zach Taylor and play calling goes that I will admit. One thing he does, he just like he marries himself to certain plays that he just tries over and over and over and over again, hoping they'll eventually work. And often they don't. Like the fourth down, the fourth down attempts where we like try to pitch the ball, and it's like almost every single time we try to pitch the ball and it never works. You know, honestly, pitching the ball never works for the Bengals anyway. And then is that like, you know, dump off pass to Hayden Hurst. Like, why are we doing that on 3rd and long? I don't understand. That's the second time we've tried that, and it had the exact same result. So take it out of the playbook, or at least move it to 1st or 2nd down. Like, I don't understand why we are trying to do that play when it clearly doesn't work. Dude, this offense, like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, we've got so many weapons. And we spent all this money on the offensive line, and for all their sins, they are better than they were last year. So, I mean, you've improved in the area you were weak in, and you're basically the same in all the other areas. How are you having this problem? How are you, like, just impossible? Like, how can you not get anything done on offense? I don't understand. This is ridiculous. This is insane, dude. I don't understand how the offense is this bad. Dude, the Texans beat the Jaguars. Ooh, I might have been a little too quick to crown the Jaguars. Let me see them tumble in the power rankings too, I think. That's rough, dude. Trevor Lawrence, no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. That's part of why. And then finally, the Titans beat the Commanders 21-17. So, I'm a little surprised they didn't beat them by more. It looks like it took a Carson Wentz interception at the end to seal the Titans' victory. But you know what? Right now, the way the Bengals are playing, I just really cannot. I'm finding it difficult. I am finding it difficult to talk. First of all, and also I'm finding it difficult to feel like criticizing anybody for a way that they win a game right now, because the Bengals are not playing like they are going to win this game. Now, again, the Bengals are typically a second half team, and I'm sure they'll come back, and we'll clip this out and be like, look at me, I didn't believe. And I mean, I do believe. I do believe that they could do it. I'm not like, I don't have any delusions that this Bengals team is not capable of coming back from a 10-point deficit. Especially with this Ravens team, I think they're fully capable of giving up a 10-point, lead, but it's just not looking good right now, you know. Still early in the second quarter, though, so yeah, only halfway through the first half. Lamar Jackson's in the pistol formation. Man, they love that formation, don't they? And they love it because it works, because Lamar Jackson's going to take it on a designed run. He's going to get all the way up to about the 41-yard line. Bengals just don't really feel like... So, if any of y'all have watched what I've been saying about the Ravens leading up to this game, my whole thing... And the thing that bothers me about Lou Anarumo right now is I thought he figured this out. But the thing is, if you can focus on stopping Lamar Jackson from running the ball, or at least effectively running the ball, then you can force him to pass. And when you force him to pass, he eventually makes mistakes. They don't seem like they're taking their own advice right now. All right, Lamar Jackson's going to hand the ball off to J.K. Dobbins. No, it's not J.K. Dobbins, but either way, he's got a huge hole, and he's going to pick up about 12 yards. Once again, Bengals offense, or defense, is just letting the Ravens do whatever they want. That's Drake on the carry, by the way. Kenyon Drake. Didn't realize he was on the Ravens. But Kenyon Drake on the carry. Gets about 12 yards on the play, and this Bengals defense, which I've been talking so great about all season, I don't know what they're doing. Lamar Jackson hands the ball off, I believe this time to J.K. Dobbins. Picks up about 3, maybe 4 yards on the play. Nope, it's Kenyon Drake again. I was wrong. Wonder if they're trying to limit J.K. Dobbins' load today, because he was questionable going into this game. So, trying to, ease him into playing more often. Something like that. It's going to be interesting. If the Ravens don't play Lamar Jackson, where does he go? And what do the Ravens do without him? It's going to be interesting. Anyway, right now, he's going to twice fake a handoff. Evade a lot of pressure. It's intercepted, yeah! There you go. Von Bell with the interception. He is an interception machine this year, man. Lamar Jackson evades 2 sacks and heaves it up for a deep pass. And Von Bell's all over it, man. Now that is a good way to make up for the fact that you just can't stop him. Wow, great blitz pickup there. Not blitz pickup, but great pressure pickup there by Patrick Ricard. Because Sam Hubbard had Lamar Jackson dead to rights, and Patrick Ricard saw it the last second and pushed him out of the way. And I think that kind of spooked Lamar Jackson, so he went for like a deep pass. Overthrew it a little bit, though, and Von Bell was all over it. Dude, Von Bell is awesome, man. Like, he is a turnover machine this year. Gotta love it. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, hands the ball off to Joe Mixon, who finally does something. Picks up about 9 yards. Looked like he was going to be taken down, but manages to get himself out of trouble a little bit and ends up picking up about 9 yards. There you go. Let's build some momentum. Go get a touchdown. You go get a touchdown now, you're going to be just fine. Go get a touchdown now, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be down 3 points, and defense is playing well. So, I mean, come on. Let's go. Let's go. That's what you want to see. All right, Bengals going to have the ball at about the 25.5-yard line. Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Mixon again. Doesn't get as much on this one, but obviously that's going to be enough for a first down, so you'll take it. I think he picks up about 2 on the play, but he picked up 9 on the last play, so it works out just fine. That's what you want to see, man. I'd like to see them try to run the ball a little bit more often, because part of the problem is the running doesn't work and they just kind of give up on it. 2.7 yards per carry. That's part of why they're giving up on it. Like, holy hell, that's terrible. Oh, boy. All right. Jamar Chase is going to motion to the left. And timeout, Bengals? What? Why are we taking a timeout? Zach Taylor didn't like the look. I mean, it's the first quarter. I like, my dad constantly gets like infuriated with like back when Marvin Lewis was the coach, and he'll do this too with Zach Taylor. But like, I mean, he used to get so mad when Marvin Lewis used to waste timeouts all the time. But I will say, wasting timeouts in the first half isn't that big of a deal. Like, because like you want to save them in the second half in case you need like to extend the time at the end of the game, and like, you know, build some momentum and stuff like that. But it's like in the first half, you know, use the timeouts when you got to use the timeouts, I guess. Probably not even going to use them all. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. Can hand the ball off to Joe Mixon, who's going to get out to the outside. He's got plenty of room. He's going. He's got the first down. He's got more. He's got about 12 yards on the pickup. And the running game exists, y'all. We got a running game. Love to see it. Love to see the running game actually working. Got 3 people watching right now. If you want, go ahead and leave a comment in the chat to the side here, and I'll put you up on the screen, and we'll talk about this game. If you want to focus on the game and not chat, that's perfectly fine too. You know, we'll have plenty of time to chat at halftime or whatever. But if you want, leave a comment. This way, I think. We'll leave a comment. We'll talk about it. There's a flag on the play. They blew it dead, so I'm guessing it's a false start. Or maybe it's a delay of game. They're pointing toward the Ravens. So, wait. The Ravens took a timeout. So no flag. I'm very confused. So the Bengals took a timeout, and then the Ravens took a timeout. And so now we're just watching a game full of people just... Maybe somebody else should take another timeout. Let's use all 6 timeouts on this one play. That would be funny. That would be pretty funny. I want to see that. Let's use all 6 timeouts on this one play. Give the sponsors plenty of time to do their advertisements. Which, like, you know, I wouldn't be cynical about, except, you know, the company they're currently advertising on TV, which if you're watching, then you'll know who I'm talking about. But if you're not watching, I'm not going to say it. Oh, looks like Ravens had 12 men on the field. That's why they took a timeout. All right. That's probably what the flag was going to be. All right. Oh, nice. Joe Burrow throws the ball to Jamar Chase on a little dump off. Gets about 9 yards in the pickup. And now there's another flag. Like, what's the flag this time? An eligible man downfield on the offense. So it's going to wipe away the really good pickup. So Lyle Collins was downfield before he was supposed to be, essentially. Let's see. What happened here? Let's see. So he goes to block, and then... So he tried to get too far ahead of the blocking for Jamar Chase, essentially, is what happened. And he didn't even do a very good job, either. I mean, he kind of headed the Ravens off a little bit, but, I mean, it's not like he gave Jamar Chase a super huge amount of room to run. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap on 1st and 15. Got the ball to Mike Thomas, who breaks a tackle, and he's going. He's got the 40, the 30. It's out about the 28. There you go. There you go. That's how you operate offense. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. Defense is doing a really good job. I mean, not a really good job, but they're doing a pretty good job today. And if the offense can just get going, we get a touchdown on this drive. It's 10-7, and it's a very manageable game. Mike Thomas, man, don't really see a whole lot of him anymore because you got T. Higgins, you got Tyler Boyd, you got Hayden Hurst, you got Jamar Chase. I mean, you just got so many weapons. You don't really, see a whole lot of Mike Thomas anymore. But man, it seems like half the time when he shows up, it's really good. Joe Mixon takes the handoff, and he's gonna get up about 9 yards. Great hole up the middle. The run blocking is excellent the last couple of plays. He's gonna pick up about 9 yards. Not quite enough for a first down, but that was first down. So yeah, you will take that all day. It's gonna be about I want to say about a 9.5 yard pickup. At least based off of where the TV marker was. Obviously, that TV marker is never perfect, so you just wonder where exactly it was. Almost got the first down, didn't quite get there, so it's going to be, I think, 2nd and inches. Obviously, they'll say 2nd and 1 on the broadcast, but if this was Madden, they'd say 2nd and inches. And there you go. Joe Burrow's going to quarterback sneak it, take it himself, and he's going to dive ahead for the first down. And I think he'd pick up an extra yard, actually. So Bengals going to have the ball at the 20-yard line. Or maybe the 19. Or, I don't know. I thought it might have been the 19, but probably could have been 20. And knowing how the refs feel about the Bengals, they'll probably call it the 20. We'll see. Either way, it's 1st and 10. It's definitely 1st and 10. They're not going to take that away from us. And they're calling it about the 19.5. So look at me just being cynical. And the refs just being like, we're nice. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. Plenty of time. Great protection. Hayden Hurst gets the touchdown. I think he got it. Touchdown, Hayden Hurst. Hooray! Great second effort there. He catches it and kind of stumbles a little bit. Looks like he's going to fall down, but manages to compose himself enough to dive ahead, get that ball out over the goal line, and the Ravens think that they've got him down before he gets there, but nope, he got that ball across the goal line before he was touched. There you go. And he extends it. Oh, not before he was touched, but before his knees hit down or anything like that. He just perfectly extends his legs, and that ball is way across the goal line before any part of his body hits down, including his feet, which his feet is fine. Like, he doesn't, if his feet touch, it's fine. But his feet didn't even hit the ground before he got that ball across. All right, Evan McPherson, extra point. It is good. It is a 7-10 ball game, folks. 7-10. So my prediction of 35-17. Not really looking quite as good right now, but hey, I'll take a win. I'll just take winning. Dude, Hayden Hurst, what a pickup he was. Hayden Hurst might legitimately be the best free agent offseason addition that we had. My God, dude. Alex Kappa has been pretty good. I think he's probably been the best offensive lineman pickup we've had. And then Ted Karras, Alex Kappa's a better blocker than Ted Karras, but Ted Karras just got so much personality and swagger and leadership that's part of what you're dealing with there. But I think Alex Kappa is probably, just from a pure playing perspective, Alex Kappa's better. You know what? We can actually solve that real quick. Let's go to Pro Football Focus and see which lineman is rated higher. By position. Yeah, let's do that. Position. Rushing, blocking reports. Here we go. All. We're going to have to do all because they play different positions. All right, so don't know how far we're going to have to go, but let's call it 200. If we give it 200 rows, I'm assuming the Bengals will be in there somewhere. So Kappa, not on here. You know what? It's probably because you got a bunch of players who've only played a couple of snaps in here. So, all right, what about Karras? You don't have either of them in the top 200 pass blocking grades, so that's probably not great. These grades go all the way down to 67, so that's not encouraging. All right, Ted Karras is the 214th ranked pass blocker in the NFL right now. And Alex Kappa is the 232nd. So Ted Karras actually got him beat there. And then if we do run blocking, Alex Kappa is the 364th ranked run blocker. That's bad. And then Ted Karras is not on that list. Hopefully that's a good thing. Maybe he's on the first list, page 1. That'd be good. Yes, he is. I mean, he's still not great. He's the 163rd ranked run blocker. Now that is also counting guys like let's see, what is this? Let's see, snap counts. That's counting guys who have taken 8 offensive snaps, 6 offensive snaps. I'm just highlighting the really low ones here. 9 offensive snaps. That's Josh Jones, a guy who I was hoping the Bengals would pick up in the draft. 3 offensive snaps. That's Hjalte Froholt of the Cleveland Browns. Interesting name. Evan McPherson's going to kick the ball off, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So yeah. So Ted Karras, what about the overall offensive grade? Let's see what's going on here. Ted Karras is, if I can find him, is he not on here? He's not on the top. Penei Sewell's on the top. So throw that whole argument out the window, I guess. All right, Ted Karras not on the list. He's the 302nd ranked player, offensive lineman in general on offense. Lamar Jackson dumps the ball off to Devin Duvernay, who the Bengals just cannot take down. He dumps it off short, and he twists and spins his way to a 10-yard pickup. What a joke. Kappa is 308, so they're actually really close in terms of overall grade, but Ted Karras has been a little bit better than Alex Kappa this season, so I guess I'm wrong. Ted Karras has probably been the best free agency acquisition by the Bengals this offseason on offensive line, but I think Hayden Hurst has made a bigger impact because he's been a great option for Joe Burrow to throw the ball to, especially in the absence of CJ Uzomah. But anyway, getting back to the game, Lamar Jackson pistol formation, hands the ball off to J.K. Dobbins, who can't get anything done in the backfield, trips over his own players, and the Bengals still just can't bring him down. He gets the first down. Dude, you had it perfectly set up for you to hold the Ravens on that play, and you just can't get anything done. Kind of a joke. Jacob Conley, what's that? Looks like Nebraska Cornhuskers are calling a timeout. That would be Lamar Jackson shotgun formation. Dumps the ball off after the Bengals can't bring him down, and James Proche II is unable to be brought down by Mike Hilton. I mean, he brings him down, but he lets him pick up 2 yards after he bear hugging him, and he's just no, and he just picks up 2 extra yards. So it's about an 8-yard pickup. Anyway, Conley, that was fucking hilarious. The Nebraska Cornhuskers. I assume you made that comment earlier when I was talking about everybody making timeout on the same play. That would have been fun. All right, so it's going to be a flag. J.K. Dobbins gets the first down on the run. But there is a flag, so I'm wondering if there's a holding or... given when they threw the flag, I'm thinking it might be offsides or something like that. Bengals are trying to argue that there was a fumble, but refs are saying there was no fumble. Illegal shift on the Ravens, so that's what happened. 5-yard penalty, second down. All right, oh, you take that. Second down and 8. So, kind of helps out a little bit with the rough start you've had on this drive. Maybe you can turn that into something. I didn't even see what happened as far as the illegal shift goes. But anyway, Lamar Jackson's looking around, can't find anybody, tries to get out, and gets sacked by Jermaine Pratt. There you go. There you go. It looked like he was trying to find someone downfield. Usually he just throws the ball away in that situation. I don't know, he didn't throw the ball away, but I'll take it. Jermaine Pratt, man, I think he's nervous after that interception that he threw. So he's trying not to accidentally throw another interception. You'll take that, man, because now you got Lamar Jackson nervous to throw the ball. And when he's nervous and he's overthinking it, maybe he makes more mistakes. I don't know. But what he definitely does, he hangs onto the football, and Jermaine Pratt brings him down because Jermaine Pratt is a boss. And I wish more people could tackle like Jermaine Pratt. That would be nice. Prackle. Oh, that's what we'll call it. We'll call it prackling. 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12. That's what you like to see. Lamar Jackson takes the shotgun snap from the 35-yard line. Trey Hendrickson's all over him. Lamar Jackson does get the ball off to number 16, Wallace, but it's not going to be enough for a first down. That's Tylan Wallace, by the way. And Bengals are going to be over that enough. They let him get the catch, but they don't let him get the first down. The Ravens are going to have to come out with the punting units. Defense. They're doing it the hard way, but they're doing it. And ultimately, that's what matters. So, if they just do the damn thing, then I guess that works out, right? So I will take what we're seeing on defense. I mean, a little more consistency would be nice for my heart, but I'd rather have good results. And we're getting good results. We're taking a hard way to get good results, but we're getting good results. So I'll take what we're getting out of the defense. We don't have to have the best fantasy defense in the NFL to have good results. So that's what ultimately matters there, I think. Bengals going to get the ball back just after the 2-minute warning with 1:58. Well, no, they're going to have a little bit less than that because the Ravens are going to punt the ball. So the Bengals are probably going to have the ball with about 150, a little over 150 left in the game. So that's with 2 timeouts. I would imagine that should be plenty of time for Joe Burrow to do what he needs to do. So you don't really have to be really be super duper urgent. I mean, you want to have that sense of urgency, but you don't have to you can run the ball if you want to. And if you get some good runs, then that works out. If you get some bad runs, you got a timeout. And you also got time to burn. So, I mean, what you really ideally want to do here, really what would be great is you get a touchdown. You run the clock all the way down, get a touchdown, go into the half with the lead. That would be nice. But I mean, even a field goal would be fine, right? Because a field goal gets you tied. You have a much better chance, I think, of running the clock out and taking a field goal than you would running the clock out and getting a touchdown, because it's just you can't really predict when you're going to get a touchdown, but you can definitely plan when you're going to, because when you're in range for the field goal, you can think, oh, I'm just going to run the clock out and take the field goal. I trust my kicker to go get it. Obviously, that's not a sure bet either, but with the touchdown, it's a lot harder to go get a touchdown than it is to convert a field goal when you're already in range. Yeah, even on the 1-yard line, you don't even know if you're going to get that touchdown, especially with the Bengals running game. Now, not the last drive. The last drive was pretty decent for running. Yep. So, I guess they put some time back up on the clock. So it's 2 minutes. That was the 2-minute warning, and the Bengals are going to get the ball back via punt. So the Ravens aren't going to actually be able to run any of that clock down. And the punt is away. He's going to get it. Nice punt. Yuck. All right. It's going to be fair caught by Trent Taylor. I wanted to say Alex Erickson. God, can we not, dude, I loved Alex Erickson, for the whole story of him being undrafted and forcing his way onto the team. But he kind of sucked at the end, so I was kind of happy to move on from him. When he went to the Dolphins, I was just secretly ooh, nice. But then we had Darius Phillips out there fumbling, like muffing punts and stuff. So it's just kind of like, did you really improve? Like, I mean, eventually you did. I really like Trent Taylor and Chris Evans, but, you know, for a minute there, it wasn't so good. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, looking around, and it's batted. Ravens Jason Pierre-Paul doing a good job getting to Joe Burrow on that play. But, you know, Lyle Collins is able to hold him off, but not enough for Jason Pierre-Paul not enough to avoid Jason Pierre-Paul putting his mitts up in the air and knocking that ball down. So I'll take 2nd and 10. I'll take a knocked ball over a sack, though, because 2nd and 10 is a lot easier to come back from than 2nd and 17. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. Got Samaje Perine to his left. Looking around. It's batted again. I think it's Jason Pierre-Paul again. Jason Pierre-Paul, two plays in a row. Batted balls out of the air. Isn't he the guy who, like, blew his hand off or something like that? Kind of impressive. Blew his hand off in a firework accident. Yeah, I think he's got like he's got 3 fingers, and that's the hand he's batting these balls down with. He's got less real estate to work with, and he's still getting them. Oh, come on, man. Lyle Collins is not doing great against him today. All right, Joe Burrow dumps the ball off to Samaje Perine, and I don't understand these dump-off passes on 3rd and long, but that one works. Samaje Perine gets a first down. So the Bengals got the ball moving, and it's about a 15-yard pickup on the play, too. So maybe we just need to give the ball to Samaje Perine on 3rd and long, because nobody else is getting it done. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, looking around. Dumps the ball off to Samaje Perine yet again because the pressure's starting to get it to him a little bit. That works out just fine. He gets an 8-yard pickup. Dude, Samaje Perine's the GOAT. Oh, there's a Bengals player down. Not sure who that is. Cannot tell. Looking like he's in a bit of pain. It's a white guy, so I don't know which white guy, but it's a white guy. So that narrows it down there for you a little bit. I don't think it was Hayden Hurst though. I didn't see like the fiery hair. It didn't look like a lineman. It looked like a tight end, but it didn't look like Hayden Hurst because. And I don't think they had any white wide receivers out there, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we come back from commercial. Or I can probably find out on ESPN. Let's see. We go to the play-by-play. Jonah Williams. Ugh. Well, that sucks. I mean, be careful about the way I say this. Like not to say like Jonah Williams has been amazing this year. He's actually had quite a few problems with protecting. Doesn't mean I don't want the guy to get hurt, but at least as far as like, losing a player, like maybe it might be interesting to see who comes in after him. Now he's been having a pretty decent game today, so I will say that. Like, you don't really want anybody to ever go out, especially if they're the starter, because obviously the coaching staff who sees him every single day thinks that he's the best player for the job. But I haven't been seeing it much this year. Jonah Williams has definitely been on the struggle bus this year. But like I said, it doesn't mean I want the guy to get hurt. So he was laying on the ground. I don't know if he's shook up or what. Don't want to speculate too much. We'll figure it out when we get back. I might not find out because I don't have the audio on. Although, actually, you know what? I can turn the audio. I generally like to keep it off, partially because I don't want it to come through the speakers and then get my channel copyrighted. But I think I can put it through the headphones. If I put it through the headphones, I can hear what's going on. Now, I'm gonna keep that off most of the time because, like, it's weird hearing stuff like trying to talk over the noise that's coming on, like in my ear. But to hear what the announcers say, I might turn the volume on, see what's going on with Jonah Williams. Looks like he's doing all right on the sideline. Hurt his knee. Walked off under his own power. Kind of buckled a little bit, but hopefully he'll be okay. Walked off. That's a good sign. Samaje Perine going to take the handoff, and wow, dude. Just bench Joe Mixon for Samaje Perine. He bowls his way ahead. He not only picks up the first down, but he gets like 6 extra yards on the play. And that is just what Samaje Perine's been doing every time he gets the ball this year. Like, just give him the ball. Like, bench Joe Mixon, seriously. And that's no hate against Joe Mixon. That's just he hasn't been getting the job done, and Samaje Perine has been working, dude. And there you go. Joe Burrow dumps it off to Samaje Perine for a short pass and breaks 2 tackles to get 9 yards on the play. Like, let's fucking go. Get Samaje Perine more touches because Joe Mixon ain't getting the job done. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. Throws the ball, and he's got Tyler Boyd down the middle of the field. And this offense is moving. Took him a while to get going, but it's moving now, buddy. I believe the Bengals are probably going to take a timeout because there's 23 seconds left on the clock. I understand that. I wish they could save the timeout for the kick, but I also understand that. It looks like you got Hakeem Adeniji in the game, and he's kind of getting worked. But managed to wrap his arm around and basically mug the hell out of Odafe Owe without holding. Like, he's got his arm wrapped around them and he's holding him like this, but he's not grabbing, which is what holding is. So, I mean, that's some strength right there, dude. That's actually some very good blocking there by Hakeem Adeniji. So, kudos to you. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. Lets it loose, and it's caught, but I don't think he's in bounds. It is caught by Mike Thomas, like deep, and he like goes way back to catch it. But I don't think I think he gets 1 foot in bounds, but I think the other one comes out of bounds. So, yeah, that sucks. But, you know, let's see. They're going to replay it. Oh, no, I'm wrong. He doesn't get any feet in bounds. He's totally out. I thought he got 1 foot in bounds, but no, he doesn't get anything in bounds. He doesn't even get 2 feet down. He gets 1 foot down. The other one goes over his head. A little too far, a little too deep of a pass by Joe Burrow there, but at the same time, if he didn't throw it that deep, it might have been picked. All right, shotgun snap for Joe Burrow. Throws it high to Hayden Hurst. Gets out of bounds, though, so I guess, live to fight another play. It's going to be 3rd down. You only got 13 seconds left, though, so it's not like you really care too much what the distance, you'd like to get a little bit better distance, because you basically got... don't have any timeouts right now. So basically right now what you got to do is you got to try to throw the ball to the side of the field and like get out of bounds unless you take a shot to the end zone. But the thing is, if you take a shot to the end zone, then you're not really going to be able to run the clock for the field goal. I don't know. But whatever. Like I said, even if we get a field goal, I'd like to see more, but even if we get a field goal, I'll take it because the game's tied up at that point. You're basically starting a brand new ball game in the second half, and the Bengals are very good in the second half. Like, if all the games took place in the second half this year, we'd be 4-0. Now, I know things went weird at the end of games with the Steelers and the Cowboys, but the only reason they were in position to go weird like that is because they had awful first halves. Take those first halves out, the Bengals would have done just fine. Obviously, you can't pick and choose like that, but I'm just saying if we can have it tied going into the second half, that I think bodes well for the Bengals. So Joe Burrow shotgun snap, looking around trying to find somebody. Eventually throws, but he just throws it away. That's fine. It's fine. If you don't see it, don't try to force it. Don't risk an interception. Go get those points. Gonna be 8 seconds left on the clock. I believe there's probably the field goal kick is probably going to whittle it down to like. Probably 5 seconds. So I would imagine the Ravens are probably just going to kneel on it unless they get like a big kickoff return. But Evan McPherson lining up to attempt a 40-yard field goal. So, and there's no wind. Boy, you better make this. Telling you right now. All right, kick is up, and it is right down Broadway. It is good. Cal Adamitis with the snap. Love to see. Not Mitchell Wilcox. Wilcox. Now, what am I from Brooklyn? Wilcox. Where's that Boston? That's one of those East Coast accents. Mitchell Wilcox. Nice. But anyway, Mitchell Wilcox was the long snapper, replacement long snapper in that Steelers game. And that's why we lost that game. So, Jacob Conley. Theory, what if they hold back on the first quarter of every game to keep the underdog feels they have? That's funny. I kind of had the same theory about Jamar Chase. You remember last year he kept dropping all those passes in the preseason, and everybody was like, is Jamar Chase a bust? Because he's performing badly in his rookie preseason, which was stupid. But I just kind of had this theory. I wonder if Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase got together before the season. They're like, dude, what if we just make everybody think that we suck? That way when the games matter, they're not going to see anything coming, and I'm just going to, like, ball out, for, like, weeks until people figure out that I'm for real. All right, so the Bengals are going to squib kick it. Got it down to about 4 seconds on the field goal, and Devin Duvernay is going to pick the ball up, and it's going to be 1 second left on the clock. A little bit of pushing and shoving there going on with Mitchell Wilcox. I don't know exactly what's going on there, if it's his fault or not. But gets broken up, nothing serious. T. Higgins. Joe Burrow has attempted to get the ball to him a few times, and it just has not worked out. That's where T. Higgins is right now. He's basically just being blanketed by the Ravens. But luckily, Ravens just going to kneel on it here. Luckily, the Bengals have a plethora of weapons to go to, so it's like you can destroy one guy if you really want to. But then, if you focus all your effort on T. Higgins, then you got Jamar Chase. And if you focus all your effort on, if you find a way to shut down both T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd's there. And if you find some way to get all three of them, somebody's not covering Hayden Hurst. So that's part of why I'm just like, how is this offense as bad as it is with all the weapons that we have? But that is a good way to end what was a rough start for the Bengals. Defense able to get their shit together after kind of looking a little rough at first. And offense is finally able to kind of turn things on. Gonna have the second half now. The Bengals are good for making adjustments at halftime. And hopefully we can come away with a win. I'm starting to wonder if this was going to be just one of those games where just like nothing was going to happen early on when we went down 10-0. But not so much because I wasn't like, the Bengals can't come back from this huge deficit. It's more like, well, the defense is kind of up and down right now. They're really inconsistent, and the offense is just awful. So yeah, it was looking a little suspect there for a minute. But the offense has finally got some momentum going now. So the hope is that going into the second half, you're able to make some pretty solid adjustments. The Ravens are also awful at halftime adjustments, quite the opposite. So, I feel that this is advantage Bengals right now. Going into the half. Now, the Ravens, of course, get the ball back, but the defense has been solid enough. I could totally see the Ravens doing nothing with their first drive. So, really, honestly, I'd say almost all of the momentum, if not all of the momentum, is in favor of the Bengals right now, which is really, really good, guys, because the Ravens are such a momentum-based football team. And if you can steal the momentum away from them, you can get that home crowd pissed off and booing and what's going on? Then you can get in their heads and you can make some cool stuff happen. We can come away 3-2, then we are going to be in front for the division lead because Browns lost to the Chargers. And just the most Browns fashion ever. That's just so funny. Like I said, Thomas, if you're either watching, you're probably not watching now, but if you end up watching later, I apologize for everything I am about to do on the Battle of Ohio podcast. I'm going to talk so much, especially if we win. If we win, I'm going to talk so much shit about Jacoby Brissett. I was so right about that guy. Oh, man. Bengals just gotta win, man. My 35-17 prediction is still possible. If they keep playing like this, they keep playing like they're playing right now. It's a little bit more offensive momentum, and the defense keeps playing the same way. I could totally see them holding the Ravens to 7 points the rest of the game, and then the offense goes and gets 25 in the second half. That, I think that's totally possible. Now, is it likely? Well, 25 points, first of all, is pretty hard to come by. You'd have to get... You'd have to get, like... God, how would you even do that? Like, I mean, like 3 touchdowns and 2 safeties, I guess. Or I guess you could get, like, 3 touchdowns, one of which you get in... You get a 2-point conversion, and then you kick a field goal. That'd just be a really weird series of events. Like, I mean, like why would you do that? Like, that'd be like maybe you kick a field goal like now. Well, even then, that wouldn't really make a lot of sense, would it? So I mean, like I guess like if your next drive results in a field goal, and then you get 3 touchdowns after that, and then one of those, for whatever reason, would be a 2-point conversion, which would be really weird. So like, you just really want to go up by 11 instead of 10, or you really want to go up by 18 instead of 17. I don't know why you. I don't really know what would really be the advantage of doing that. So it seems pretty unlikely that would happen. But I'm still holding out hope, man. You never know. It could also be like maybe Evan McPherson misses an extra point, which I don't want that to happen. I don't even for me to be right. I don't want Evan McPherson to miss anything. That's. I guess you could probably get there with a bunch of. You couldn't really get there with a bunch of field goals because you'd need. If you get like 2 touchdowns, then you need. If you get 2 touchdowns, you need like 11 points to get to 25, which would. Yeah, that'd be really strange. Really, really weird way. Like probably the most likely way would be some combination of 3 touchdowns, 1 with an extra point, and then there's a field goal. But then, like, again, I don't know why. I don't know why you would necessarily. I can't really envision a scenario where it would be like that. Especially, so I mean, I guess like, if you're in the chat, let me know what you think. Like why would they do that? Like what scenario would create that? Dude, Jalen Hurts is such a monster, dude. Like he's special. Like, you know. Man, the Eagles need to commit to him. Like he is something else. Jalen Hurts, like you go, buddy. You are. Whew. All right, Ryan. What are you saying now, buddy? I'm glad they're using P. Ryan. Yeah, I'm glad they're using P. Ryan too, man. Like Mixon's not getting the job done. P. Ryan, it seems like every time they hand the ball to P. Ryan, he does something good with it. Maybe it's because other teams aren't prepared for him. I don't know. But Mixon's just not getting the job done. And, I mean, the run blocking hasn't been amazing, but Samaje Perine's getting the same damn run blocking. He's doing a hell of a lot better than Mixon. So, I don't know. Is Mixon hurt? What exactly is going on there? Like, I mean, I guess I wonder if, like, Samaje, like if you bench Mixon and Samaje Perine's the number 1 guy, are teams going to be able to stop him if they are like preparing for him instead of preparing for Joe Mixon? Is that part of why Samaje Perine's doing well? Because teams aren't really paying as much attention to him. I don't know. You'd have to that would be something that you'd have to kind of that'd be something I think you'd basically just have to see. But it seems like Samaje Perine's doing really well. So I don't know. But at the same time, like, Joe Mixon's just so damn talented, and he's got such good chemistry with that starting unit that it seems like benching him would create more trouble than, like it would create enough trouble that the amount of benefit you might get from it, like the slightly better run, well, not slightly the way it's been, but either way, like is a better run game worth like pissing off one of your star players? Like, I mean, maybe it is, but I don't know. Like, And then maybe like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I really wonder if he's got some sort of injury. So maybe you don't call it a benching. Maybe you call it, oh, he's been dealing with a hamstring issue and we want to save his health. You know, like, and that might not even be the worst idea in the world either, because like running backs take so much punishment in the NFL that, like, I mean, in a way, you'd be extending the longevity of his career. So you have a chance to have him more down the line. You have a longer career out of Joe Mixon. So, I mean, if he's just not getting the job done, maybe like, you know, maybe you emphasize whatever injury he's dealing with a little bit more, and you get more from Samaje Perine, and you avoid totally pissing off Joe Mixon. You know, I mean, that's just my thought. That's just my thought. I think it could be done. I also think it'd be a really weird decision to actually make. So I don't know if it's actually going to happen. But you have been seeing Samaje Perine get the ball more too, though. So I mean, part of it is I think just like he's earning more opportunities, and Joe Mixon isn't really keeping his opportunities. So I mean, really, just the normal football thing is happening here, where the guy who's performing better is getting more opportunities. Well, he's not getting more opportunities, but he's taking opportunities away from Joe Mixon. And like, I mean, the thing is, if Joe Mixon wants to get his opportunities back, he needs to start performing better. And honestly, it might be an injury thing. If it's an injury thing, then you can't really get mad at Joe Mixon. You just, at that point, you're like, okay, take some rest and then like get your body right so that when you are actually playing, you're awesome. You know, I mean, that's just my thought. That's just my thought. All right, so normally this is the part of the game where we talk about everything else happening in the NFL, but obviously as it is Sunday Night Football, this is the only game that's going on right now. Who's playing tomorrow on Monday night? I'm kind of curious about that. Raiders-Chiefs. That'd be an interesting game. Should I stream that? What do y'all think? If y'all want me to stream it, I might stream it. Raiders-Chiefs always interesting. It's like the Raiders always play the Chiefs tough no matter how actually good they are. So, I don't know. Y'all want me to stream it? If you do, let me know. Let me know in the chat. Other than that, man, like I said, some of these games, like the Jets beating the Dolphins 40-17. Like, bro, maybe the Dolphins, like I came here on the Battle of Ohio podcast, during the prediction segment, and Thomas was like, oh, dude, I think the Dolphins are about to have like a season collapse now. And I'm like, no, I don't think that's going to happen. And then they go and lose 40-17 to the Jets. Yikes. Who is Skylar Thompson? Skylar Thompson was their quarterback. What happened to Teddy Bridgewater? He only had one pass attempt. Oh, he got a concussion too. Ooh, yikes. All right. Well, you know what? Now I'm like, because like, here's the thing. The Dolphins were doing just as well with Teddy Bridgewater as they were doing with Tua. So I didn't think the Dolphins were going to take much of a hit. But now that they're on their third string quarterback, yeah. Like, I mean, if Skylar Thompson has to play more often, that could be bad for the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, dude. I hope Teddy Bridgewater ain't gone that long. I mean, I hope he's gone as long as he needs to, because the NFL honestly needs to be taking concussion protocols a little more seriously. But for the sake of the Dolphins, and also for the sake of Teddy Bridgewater, his career and his health, I hope it's not as bad. You know, I hope it's like, I mean, I don't know. Is like any concussion a really bad thing? Like, I mean, I'm sure all concussions are a bad thing. I just wonder I'm not a doctor. I don't know how concussions work. So it's like, are they all like this? Like, if you have any concussion, is that the same kind of like, this is, you know, potentially like life, like something that's going to like always be a huge problem? Like, should you always be like out multiple weeks with a concussion? Or are some concussions worse than others? Like, I don't know how that works, and I'm not trying to speculate on the man's health. I'm asking a question because I don't know. Ryan, I agree that Mixon is hurt, so like I said, they should use Perine and Evans until Mixon comes together. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking right now. It really feels like Mixon's hurt, and it really feels like the Bengals are doing just fine when he's not in the game. They're doing better actually when he's not in the game. So it might be a better idea, honestly, to rest him a little while so that he can get his body right, and then he comes back and he's really ready to go. Because I mean, like, I'd like to see them use Evans. We don't really know what Evans looks like right now. That's the problem. We've just used Evans so little in the running game, or really on offense in general. So we just don't know. But P. Ryan absolutely deserves more stuff. And oh my God, Evan McPherson kicks out of bounds. What are you doing, dude? Evan McPherson gonna give the Ravens field position at the 40-yard line. Oh my God, dude. Well, I was just talking about all this momentum, but that's not going to help with momentum. You're going to give them an easy field position there. But hey, defense is playing well. Maybe we can do well with that. What are they're talking about T. Higgins on the broadcast. Okay, Jonah Williams is back. He's got a brace on his leg, so sounds like he might be coming back in the game. He's taped up, so. But then again, Hakeem Adeniji was doing okay, so maybe we keep Hakeem Adeniji on the game. Lamar Jackson's going to fake the handoff. He's being bullied by Sam Hubbard, and he's just going to have to throw the ball away. Great defense there. Great defense there by Sam Hubbard. He is all over Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson just can't find anywhere to get the ball to. The escapability of Lamar Jackson is pretty insane because, like 31 out of 32 quarterbacks, Sam Hubbard gets that sack. But, obviously Lamar Jackson is insane. But, Bengals were covering well, and Lamar Jackson was not able to find anybody to get the ball to. So he just has to throw it away. That's good. I asked my boy, Majestic White Tee, one of my most loyal followers on this channel. What's up, buddy? Bengals, oh my God. J.K. Dobbins, what was it? I think it was Trey Hendrickson gets all over J.K. Dobbins on the run, but he shakes out of the tackle and ends up getting 10 yards on the play. It's a first down. Disgusting. Man, Majestic, the Bengals defense was doing fine before you showed up. God. Sorry, that was Sam Hubbard who failed to bring down J.K. Dobbins, which that sucks because his bread and butter is rush defense. That sucks, man. Come on. All right, Lamar Jackson takes the handoff or gives the handoff to J.K. Dobbins. They bring him down to the backfield this time. Cam Sample's the first one to get to him. So, good to see that. Good to see something good happen. No, I'm joking. Don't leave. I like having people interact on the channel, man. But it is true. The Bengals defense was doing pretty good. You show up and they have two horrible plays in a row. So, actually, I guess that first play wasn't horrible. It was just you wish Sam Hubbard would have gotten the sack. All right, 2nd and 11. Lamar Jackson's going to take the shotgun snap. He's going to throw it deep. And Devin hit way too deep for Devin Duvernay. Devin Duvernay beat the Bengals all day. And if Lamar Jackson had been more accurate with that ball, that would have been a touchdown all day. But he overthrows it. Works for me. He is probably scared of Von Bell. Because when he threw it, Von Bell was actually ahead of Devin Duvernay. So I think he was worried that Von Bell was going to pick the ball off. I think Lamar Jackson's seeing ghosts. Love to see that. Lamar Jackson shotgun snap gets the ball off to Mark Andrews, who is very tough to bring down. Eventually, Cheeto Awuzie does bring him down. Picks up about 8 yards on the play, though. It's 4th down. Looks like the Ravens are going to be going for it, which makes sense. They're in about that field position. They're around their own 40. They're around the Bengals 40, so it's 4th and 2, and your offense is doing pretty good right now. So probably smart idea. Like punting right now punting right now is kind of cowardly. And it's not like you're going to get that much better field position with a punt. So, I mean, you're probably going to get like an extra, whatever. Lamar Jackson throws the ball, and he's got a man wide open, and he overthrows the dude again. And that's not even that dude was wide open. I didn't even see who that was who was wide open. But he had a man wide the hell open, and Lamar Jackson just throws it to nobody, man. Dude, whichever Bengals player was defending on that play just got burned. That was Eli Apple, just got burned to hell and back by who is that? Tylan Wallace. Tylan Wallace was Eli Apple's daddy on that play. But Lamar Jackson overthrows him, and the Ravens are going to turn the ball over. And the Bengals now have very good field position. The Ravens are turning the ball over on downs, but they're going to give the Bengals roughly the same field position that they got after Evan McPherson kicked the ball out of bounds. So basically what the Bengals offense has done now is they've flipped the situation. And that's actually really good because the Bengals defense didn't allow points on the opening drive. So now the Bengals have the advantage. They can go take the lead with a touchdown and have the momentum in the half. This Bengals momentum's doing good, man. And hey, Majestic YT's still here, man. So you're not a jinx. It's fine. How you liking the Cowboys whooping the Rams today? I wish y'all could have beat them in the Super Bowl last year, but we got revenge for y'all. Dude, okay, so I want to be clear. Like, there are not a lot of Bengals fans who are big fans of the Cowboys. I think, we were horrible in the 90s and y'all were like, the big shit in the 90s. I mean, me personally, ever since Tony Romo, I used to hate the Cowboys when I was a kid, but I actually really liked Tony Romo. Just as a personality and as a quarterback and everything like that. So I kind of softened my opinion on the Cowboys when I got a little older. But I mean, I will take you guys getting revenge. I'll tell you one thing. I promise you, Majestic YT, I will give the Cowboys their due respect in the power rankings this week. But I will also be plummeting the Los Angeles Rams in the rankings because they're just not looking good lately. And that's not disrespectful to the Cowboys because I will be giving them a boost in the power rankings and a pretty a pretty healthy boost because they're proving me here. Dude, the NFC. What happened with the NFC East? What is going on with the NFC East? You want to tell me what's going on with the NFC East? They were so bad last year, and now you've got the Giants are apparently legit good after beating the Packers in London today, and then the Eagles are What are the Eagles are still undefeated, aren't they? I think the Eagles are still undefeated, aren't they? So I mean, the only team that sucks is the Commanders. But you got 3 teams in the NFC East right now that look like bona fide, at the very least, playoff contenders, if not potential Super Bowl contenders. I'll get to your other comment here in a second, but the Bengals are back. So Joe Burrow is under single back formation. He's under center. And Joe Mixon's back in the game, so he's going to fake the handoff to Joe Mixon. He's going to throw it, and it's intercepted by Patrick Queen. That was a terrible play. Try to get the ball to Jamar Chase. So just doing a whole lot of field position flipping right now, except the Ravens are going to have the ball at the 50-yard line this time. So basically what happened is the Bengals defense, over the last couple drives, the Bengals have knocked the Ravens back about 10 yards, essentially is what happened. But they got a fresh set of downs out of it. So, I mean, I guess I'll take them. Defense is playing well. But, oh, man, what even happened here? Just Joe Burrow doesn't even, Joe Burrow basically throws it into triple coverage. That's what happened. That was a terrible decision. Did you just not see Patrick Queen there? I don't know. And he had good protection, too. It's not like he needed to panic and throw the ball. I don't know what that was about. That was an awful decision by Joe Burrow there. That might have been the worst interception I've seen since Andy Dalton had the puntception against the Chargers. That was a horrible decision, dude. That Ravens are actually going to have the ball at the 46-yard line. So Jermaine Pratt is getting close to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson underthrows the hell out of it because he's just got to get rid of it. And Devin Duvernay is just looking around bro, am I sliced bread here? Or am I minced meat here? What's going on? Are you going to throw the ball to me at some point? Oh boy. Okay, man. Majestic YT, you are active right now. You used to hate the Bengals. Beat us a while back, and you were mad that day because that was a Halloween. When was that? I don't remember beating the Cowboys like at all. I'm sure we have, but I don't remember when that happened. She-Eagles are undefeated. I like the Eagles, man. My sister lives in Philadelphia. Now she's a Cincinnati like native. I would think she would like default to the Bengals, but she doesn't even like football. So good run pickup there by Von Bell. Lamar Jackson gets it to Devin Duvernay, who swings it out. He does pick up about 3 or 4 yards, but it's going to be third down. So it's going to be third down about 6, maybe 7, if I'm lucky. 5! Refs just hate me, dude. G-Men, giving them respect. They didn't beat us. It feels good to be the only team to beat them. Yeah, I gotta give you guys credit. Like, you know, now beating, like at the time I was like, God, you beat the Giants. But now I'm like, ooh, you beat the Giants. So, Lamar Jackson, shotgun snap. Plenty of protection. Gets the ball to J.K. Was that J.K. Dobbins? Either way, he doesn't do anything with it. It's a little. Lamar's inaccurate as hell right now, so he gets it like way too wide out. J.K. Dobbins, not J.K. Dobbins. So it's not J.K. Dobbins. It's who is that? Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake has to extend to catch it, and because of that, it throws him off his momentum. So Justin Tucker is going to come out and attempt a 58-yard field goal. Lord knows he can make it. There's no win, so I imagine he's probably going to make this one. Joe Burrow, this is what you get for throwing that ugly, awful pick. You get to watch Justin Tucker do the Justin Tucker thing. So, yep. Kick is up, and it's straight down Broadway, and it is good because it's Justin Tucker, and of course it is. Would have been good for 61 yards. I'm surprised it wouldn't have been good for longer. Justin Tucker's just like, yeah, bro, I made 58 yards. Come on. Give me something hard. Seriously. God, I hate him. I mean, I actually respect the hell out of Justin Tucker, but I hate him right now because obviously my team is losing now. And Joe Burrow, that's what you get. You just gave the Ravens a free 3 points. Shame on you. Joey B is one of my favorite QBs still, though, hands down. Dude, I love the guy. I'm kind of pissed at him right now because that was a horrible interception, but I love the guy. You know, obviously, Joe Burrow jersey. And, yep, picked off. Sucks. Needs to learn to get rid of the ball without actually getting rid of the ball. Yeah, that wasn't so much a situation where he needed to get rid of the ball, though, because he wasn't really under a ton of pressure. What he needs to do is see the field. Don't throw it into triple coverage. Just ever. I don't care if it's Randy Moss. You don't throw it into triple coverage, period. The thing is, if it's Randy Moss, he doesn't get himself in triple coverage. He shakes off defenders. Jamar Chase can do that too, but he didn't on that play. You don't throw it into triple coverage, just period. You just don't do it. That's a terrible, terrible decision by Joe Burrow there. Lucky we only lost 3 points out of it, but the defense is amazing. So, Majestic YT, if only he can feel better about being under pressure and make better. That's the thing, man. He wasn't really pressured on that play. He had a clean pocket. It wasn't totally clean. There was a little bit of pressure, but that wasn't even pressure. He just threw it like he threw an awful pick for no damn reason. He didn't even really need to get rid of the ball that badly. He just threw it. He was trying to find Jamar Chase, and he threw it behind him, first of all, into triple coverage. So it was just inaccurate. It was bad, and it wasn't even really necessary. I don't understand. Anyway, Bengals got the ball at 25-yard line. Joe Mixon's going to take the ball, and he's going to drive it ahead for about 4, maybe 4.5 yards on the pickup. Looks like the ref's coming down about 4 yards, though. That's how most picks happen. Yeah, I know. Well, that's how most picks happen when your quarterback isn't Joe Burrow, right? Like, Joe Burrow does not make passes like that very often. I don't understand what he was thinking on that play. That pick was 100 billion million % on Joe Burrow. I love the guy, but I will call it as I see it, and what I saw was terrible. All right, Joe Burrow throws it to Hayden Hurst, who makes an amazing catch for the first down. Wow. That was a good one. That was a back shoulder pass from Joe Burrow to Hayden Hurst. Perfectly accurate. So, I mean, Joe Burrow's pissed now. I guess he's just going to start throwing passes well. But great job by Hayden Hurst to turn around and go get that ball. Secures it and brings it down. gets his knee down, so he's not even a question of whether he was in bounds or not. But just a great catch by Hayden Hurst. Let's throw the ball to him more, man. Like Hayden Hurst, seriously, might be the best free agent pickup we had. There wasn't even really a whole lot of talk about him either. Joe Burrow hands the ball off to Joe Mixon, who goes nowhere. I think he gets about a half a yard on the play. Yikes. Really hope y'all win this. Ravens are a good team, but they get hyped up every year. Correct me? No, you're totally right, dude. Ravens, I don't understand why, because the Ravens, they do this shit every year where they, like, look really good. They have a few really cool highlight plays, and just everybody thinks that they're juggernauts. And the fact of the matter is, like, they haven't been real contenders for a while. Like, I mean, they beat they won a playoff game, and that's cool, I guess. I don't know, but wasn't really that impressive. Joe Burrow throws the ball to Tyler Boyd, and he gets a few yards on the play, so that's better than what Joe Mixon did. That's going to be about 3rd and 4, I think. Overhyped. Yeah, Ravens. I don't understand the hype around the Ravens every year. Like, they're good. Lamar Jackson's insane, but the Ravens as a team are kind of mid, and have kind of always been mid during Lamar Jackson's career. So I don't understand the super hype that the Ravens get. I mean, they're a fine football team. You definitely need to take them seriously, but they're not juggernauts. They get treated like they are. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. He's got great protection. Beautiful protection, but he throws it nobody, but there's going to be a flag. Yep, that's pass interference all day on the Ravens. Jamar Chase just got mugged by Marcus Peters, and Joe Burrow was trying to find him for the deep pass. The only way Marcus Peters is able to break that up is to basically mug Jamar Chase, and the Bengals are going to get a free set of downs and like 30 yards out of that play. Oh, yeah, shut up, Marcus Peters. Like, what did I do? Like, you basically tried to body slam him. Let's watch the replay here. I didn't even see exactly what happened, but I did see the result of the play. So let's see. All right, Jamar Chase beats him to the side, and Marcus Peters. Well, okay, so I'm wrong. Jamar Chase kind of flopped a little bit there, but yeah, Jamar Chase kind of flopped a little bit there. Okay, I see you, Jamar. That was. I mean, it's probably a little bit of a hold on Marcus Peters, but I think that was definitely as bad as it was because Jamar Chase sold it. All right, Joe Burrow dumps the ball off to Joe Mixon and gets 3 yards on the play because that's just what Jamar Chase does, right? Joe Mixon does right now. Yeah. I just gotta say, man, the Oscar goes to Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase had me because I was you rewind the tape. You heard me. I was just like, you can't mug him. You basically mugged him. And then I was like, well, I didn't really see the play, but I saw the result. And then they showed the replay, and I'm like, oh, bro, that was a good acting job there by Jamar Chase. I'll take that. All right, Joe Mixon's gonna get the handoff, and he gets a first down finally. Oh my God, that's a really good run. He found a hole finally, and Joe Mixon's like, yeah, you don't mess with me. Well, buddy, that's the first good run you've had all season. So, just saying, let's calm down a little bit, Joe. Let's do that a little more often, and maybe you can talk. Okay. The Ravens end up barely making the playoffs if they make it, and when they do, they're worse than the Cowboys in the playoffs. Dude, the way the Cowboys are playing right now, the Cowboys might make a run, honestly. Ooh, what the hell was that? Joe Burrow tries to throw to Jamar Chase, but Marcus Peters is all over him, and he's not even grabbing him or anything like that, just distracting him, and Jamar Chase doesn't get his head around, and throw goes nowhere. Not sure what was going on with that. Jamar is a beast. I'm glad that the TV is 2 minutes off of me. What you can do, actually, you can pause my stream if you want, and your comments might come in a little late to me. But you can pause the stream and actually sync me up with your TV if you want to do it that way. But I think I'm a little bit behind reacting to everything. All right, Joe Burrow hands the ball off to Samaje Perine, who, of course, picks up 5 yards on the play. That's just what Samaje Perine does, is he picks up good yards on every play, and yet we're still handing the ball off to Joe Mixon for some reason. But yeah, dude, I do that with Tom Grossi all the time. Just pause my stream until, like wait until the next play comes up, and then when I say Joe Burrow takes the shotgun snap, and the second I say that, pause my stream and wait until Joe Burrow actually takes a shotgun snap on your screen, and then unpause it when it gets there, and it'll be perfectly synced. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. Throws the ball to Samaje Perine. There's a flag down. I'm not sure what that is, but it's in the defensive backfield and was thrown pretty early, so I imagine it's going to be holding on the Ravens. What down is it right now? It is, I don't know, actually. There's a flag on the play. It probably, let's see, hands to the face on the Ravens. So it's first down now after hands to the face penalty on the Ravens. But didn't really even matter. They're going to decline it, yeah, because Samaje Perine picked up the first down. Or was it Perine? Oh, yeah, Marcus Peters really was mugging Jamar Chase on that play. And it was Samaje Perine who picked up the first down. So Marcus Peters' strategy today is to defeat Jamar Chase, mug him. And then Jamar Chase is fighting back a little bit. Like, well, bro, if you're going to do that, then I'm going to, put on an acting job. Oh, boy. Bengals try to set up a screen for Jamar Chase, and the Ravens are all over that one. Actually, lose a yard on the play. Yikes. But yeah, Majestic YT. So, if you sync me up with your TV, I might not be perfect on every play because there's some plays it takes me a second to figure out what I'm saying before I actually say it. And then by the time I actually get off what I'm saying about the play, the next play is starting to run. And then there's some plays like I'm right on top of it. So, it might not be the most consistent if you do it that way, but you can do that. All right, Joe Burrow is going to take the shotgun snap, gets out of pressure. There was pressure on him, but he gets out of it, dumps it off to Hayden Hurst, who is not really ready for it, but does catch it, and is going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. It's going to be third down now, but, you are in the red zone, so you're in scoring range. Worst case scenario, as long as you don't turn the ball over, you're going to tie it. And I believe Hayden Hurst got his both. Yeah, that's a catch. That's definitely a catch. Great job there by Hayden Hurst to get the ball in. And it's only a 5-yard pickup, but hey, it's a 5-yard pickup. Now it's only 3rd and 5. And you're closer to the end zone. So, I put Samaje Perine in on this play. Flag. There you go. Joe Burrow tries to find Hayden Hurst, way overthrows him, but part of the reason is because the Ravens were pushing and shoving on Hayden Hurst through the entire contact. So it's going to be pass interference on the Ravens. Bengals going to get a fresh set of downs, and they're going to get the ball at the 2-yard line or the 1.5-yard line. Majestic YT is perfectly synced up right now. And hey, man, that's great because it takes me a minute to see these comments sometimes. So you might, oh, wait, no, that's worse. It's going to actually be worse for you. So it's going to seem like even longer that I'm going to respond to your comments. So sorry about that. All right, so Joe Burrow, shotgun formation, motions Hayden Hurst to his left. Is going to fake the handoff to Joe Mixon. Tries to throw the ball at Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst is arguing that he is once again being mugged, and he probably had a good argument on that one. But refs don't throw the flag this time. So it's going to be second down. And, dude, honestly, put Samaje Perine in. Samaje Perine, you got 2 yards to get to the end zone. Put Samaje Perine in, run the damn ball. Hell, you run the ball with Mixon. Mixon will get it. He might barely get it, but he'll get it. All right, Joe Mixon, shotgun formation, gets the ball to, oh, God. Hands the ball, or tosses the ball to Jamar Chase, who reverses it to Tyler Boyd, who looks like he's trying to throw somewhere, but can't find anybody, and just gets sacked in the backfield for a 10-yard loss. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 yards, but it's also 3rd and goal, so let's see exactly where they're going to put it. All right, Jamar Chase dumps the ball to Tyler Boyd. Oh, that's even worse than that. It's going to be 14. He got down to the 14-yard line, so. Oh, boy. Yeah, Marcus Peters was all over that, dude. They didn't fool him for a second. Terrible. All right, Joe Burrow, empty shotgun formation. Throws the ball. Got Jamar Chase, who does not quite get in the end zone. Gets the ball, but only gets it back to about the 2-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and goal. And it looks like the offense is staying on the field. I don't know about this. Zach, I mean, you trust your defense, okay, but Zach, what are we doing? This is bitten us in the ass a couple times this year. What are we doing? I don't know. We'll see. Whatever. Fuck it. Let's go for it. All right. Joe Burrow takes the shotgun snap. Looking around. Pitches it. Nothing. Bengals turn the ball over on downs after a really good drive. Ravens are going to get the ball at the 2-yard line, to be fair, but we got the Ravens fans hyped up. And that's the problem, dude. Like, you can do that in your own stadium, but you do that in an opposing team stadium, you're going to get that crowd hyped to hell and back. You can't do that. Like, you can't be that reckless. You know, like, I get where you're coming from. The defense is playing great and you trust them, but you had the opportunity to tie the game, and I don't know. I mean, like, it's not the end of the world, but just to come away with nothing on the drive, like, just, you had so much momentum and you kill it. Like, I don't know, man. It's like the way the team's playing right now, like, they should be back at some point. The defense should get the ball back, but I just don't know. You had, like, you're right there. You're right there, and the offense is starting to sputter. And why are we not running the ball? Like, seriously, like Samaje Perine, put him out there. Give him the ball up the middle, he will score. And just every play is a passing play when they're mugging our receivers and mostly getting away with it. I don't understand. Like I get going for it, sort of, but you gotta have the right play call, and just more often than not, you don't have the right play call. So, like, what are we doing, really? Like, why are we going for it constantly when we never have the right play call? Like, I don't even know what the stats right now, like, on going for it on 4th down, but it feels like more often than not we don't get it. Which is kind of the opposite of last year. That's part of why we made that run last year, is because we were gamblers and it paid off. But it's not paying off this year. You don't have the play calling this year that's ready for it. And this isn't the Zach Taylor's bad play caller argument. Like, I get tired of hearing people talk about that. But, like, if you don't have the play call for it, then don't make the decision. Like, this is a decision-making thing. And I just don't understand. I don't get it. Dude, I want a crab cake. They're showing crab cakes being made on the thing. Like, you know, as much as, you know, I'm all about the rivalry and stuff like that, I will say, like, a Baltimore crab cake, especially at Jimmy's Seafood in Baltimore, I will munch on one of them crab cakes all damn day, dude. Shout out to my buddy Zach Colgan, who turned me on to that idea. That was so happy about that. Lamar Jackson takes the shotgun snap, gives the ball to J.K. Dobbins. Bengals give him about 2 yards on the play, maybe 3, depending on where they pick it up. I don't see what happened here on the play call. Lyle Collins missing assignments again. That's Jesus. Yep. Lyle Collins out there missing an assignment. Zach Taylor is fucking pissed, too. Zach Taylor's letting him hear it. Lyle Collins missing an assignment, and that's part of why that the pitch play didn't work, is because the guy that Lyle Collins missed was all over the play. All right, so Lamar Jackson shotgun snap. Mike Hilton blitz, and Lamar Jackson overthrows the line. I actually don't know what happened. Looks like he got near Mark Andrews and missed him. But it wasn't an overthrow. Maybe it was just given the angle of the TV, and I'd imagine it was probably too far in front of him, maybe. But anyway, it's going to be 3rd down and 6. It'd be real nice if we could get the ball back here. Lyle Collins over there looks like he's writing sentences like he's in detention. Oh, boy. Needed the score. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. But Lamar Jackson's in shotgun formation on 3rd and 6. Mike Hilton almost goes off sides. Looks like he manages to avoid it, but Lamar Jackson gets the ball to Mark Andrews. The Bengals just had no coverage there. And Ravens are going to convert the first down. Needed the score. Poor decision to kick a field goal. It's like, so the reason he went for it is because he's like, did we really need the score? Like, because the defense is playing well and the offense is starting to build momentum. So it's like you feel good about your chances about getting back here with a chance to win if you don't score. So that's why, because I think he felt like maybe you don't really need the score. I've seen worse decisions to go for it. That's all I'll say. You know, the defense right now, the defense isn't playing great, but overall the defense is playing pretty well. So I understand why you trust the defense. But yeah, it's not a decision I would have made. I would have just taken the field goal personally, because like right now you're maintaining. It's about the momentum that you're maintaining, right? Like you take that field goal. Yeah, it sucks that you got all the way down there and you got a field goal, but man, you tied the game up, and that's definitely a good thing. So, it's just my perspective. It's not the worst decision I've ever seen, but I definitely don't particularly agree with it. All right, 2nd and 3 for the Ravens. Bengals defense is doing that thing again where they just kind of let them do whatever they want. Like that, you know? Lamar Jackson keeps the ball, and he trips himself up in the backfield and everything, and yet the Bengals just like can't find him and get him down until he gets the first down. So this is just what the defense does, man. It's just what the defense does. But like the other thing they do is they stop him from scoring. So, you know, that would be nice. That would be nice. If we can get this together, that would be real good. That'd be real good. We're still in this game, man. It's only a 3-point ball game right now. It's only a 3-point ball game, and the defense is not playing well at the exact moments, but they've been real up and down today. So I mean, dude, another turnover, like, oh man, another turnover would be so tasty right now. Let's get another turnover. I want to see that. Ryan, we need the score. That was a poor. Oh, yeah, all right. All right, already commented on that. Yep. And I don't think we desperately needed the score as much as, I mean, we need every score we can ever get, but we can still come back and win this game. We can still come back and win this game, y'all. Ain't over. Ain't over. Ain't even close to over. It's a 3-point ball game. And, you know, we got a pretty decent chance of getting the ball back to our offense with it still being a 1-possession game. I mean, whether that be they allow a field goal or they, you know, stop them here in the next couple plays. That would be nice. Go. An interception, man. Another Von Bell pick. Man, let's win that turnover battle. Because right now, even with the Joe Burrow pick, we're like, it's an even turnover battle right now. We can win that turnover battle, though. That'll really help. Kenny Pickett apparently out here talking smack about how he felt Carl Lawson tried to... Wait, was it Carl Lawson? Oh, Shaq Lawson. Okay, the Bills game. Okay, I thought he was talking about the Jets game. Apparently, Kenny Pickett's alleging that Shaq Lawson of the Bills tried to injure him in the knee. I hope he didn't. Hope he's not playing dirty out there. But I mean, as much as I hate the Steelers, I don't like actually want any of the human beings who play for them injured, because part of it is that they didn't choose to play for the Steelers. They got drafted, or maybe that was the only team they could sign with. I mean, a few people chose to play for the Steelers, but like, honestly, I don't know if too many people did choose. I mean, other than guys who like re-signed contracts, they chose to play for the Steelers. But I mean, there's not really, I can't really think of it like Melvin Ingram didn't really have a lot of offers. And he doesn't even, I don't think he even plays there anymore. He plays for the Chiefs now, right? But that was the last like big name free agent signing I can think that the Steelers had, and he kind of didn't really have a lot of offers. Got something going on in the Sunday Night Football booth there. All right, anyway, Lamar Jackson is going to throw the ball. He gets hit, but he gets the ball to Mark Andrews anyway. Good coverage there by the Bengals, and that was a perfect throw by Lamar Jackson. I will say, like, he does do that sometimes. He does have the ability to throw really well. He doesn't do it consistently, but he does do it really well sometimes. Man, that was just the perfect spot to get it to Mark Andrews. Like, that kind of reminds me of like you remember that one really amazing pass that Tua had before he went out in the Bengals game? Like, it was just like perfectly placed. It looked kind of like that pass. All right, Lamar Jackson's going to get brought down, and I think he gets ahead for about a yard, so he's not going to get sacked, but Sack Carter gets him on the ankle. So good pressure there. Bengals defensive line is getting good pressure on Lamar Jackson, so that's definitely good. Like I said, if you can stop him from using his legs to do whatever he wants to do, then you're going to have, a pretty good chance he's going to be forced to throw the ball, and he's not always the best. He can throw the ball quite well. He just doesn't do it consistently all the time. So I mean, that's really what you limit his running and make him pass, and that's the thing. Or even just accept that he's going to run on you. Just like make sure that you punish his mistakes in the passing game. And see, there you go. Limiting his ability to run, that's a good thing. Limit his ability to run. He got about 2 yards on a designed run there. It's going to be 3rd down and like 7. So, that's good. Defense is playing well, man. We can get the ball back to the offense. And see, if we can get the ball back to the offense, that's why Zach Taylor went for it. Because Zach Taylor saw that the offense was starting to get some momentum. The Ravens were starting to wear down. And defense is playing well. So he's like, hey, we can afford the gamble here. Now, I mean, I would have gone for the field goal, but I'm just saying that's why he went for it. Oh, my God. Speaking of the defense playing well, allegedly, Lamar Jackson, no pressure on that play, and he gets the ball to Mark Andrews and Trey Flowers and isn't able to stop him. He gets first down. Sitting here talking about how good this defense looks, and then they just do shit like that. Mark Andrews is just able to rush past the zone there on Von Bell, and Von Bell didn't really see what was going on, and Trey Flowers just gets beat to hell and back. Got beat like a drum on that play. Do better, Trey Flowers. Who's hurt? Somebody's hurt. It's a Ravens player. Might have been Mark Andrews. I don't know. Hope he's okay. Boy, if that's Mark Andrews, though, that'd be a swing, because, that's the only person who's really doing, like the Bengals are kind of getting shredded by Mark Andrews. Other than that, the Bengals kind of holding their own. But, man, if Mark Andrews is out, that's a huge shift. That's a huge shift. But I didn't even see who it was. It might not be Mark Andrews. I saw it was a white guy. So, I mean, you got, Mark Andrews, Kevin Zeitler, the new center, Tyler Linderbaum. That's about all I can think of. Looked like about Mark Andrews' build, so that's why I said him. But could be Patrick Ricard too. I don't know. We'll see when we get back, though. Whoever it is, I hope he's okay. Like once again, I will talk all the smack in the world, but I'll never actually wish harm upon somebody over a football game. Unless it's like somebody like Deshaun Watson, who's all those allegations, and you imagine there's something he had to do that was, he got acquitted, probably just because of lack of evidence, but with all those accusations, it's hard to be like he didn't do anything, So it's just I'm not saying I'm out here praying that Deshaun Watson breaks a leg on the field, but that would be the type of situation where you'd be that guy kind of deserves it, right? I'm not saying Deshaun Watson deserves it. I'm just saying that if he did it, that would be the type of situation that a player would deserve it. But I mean, you don't hope for that just because your team's rivals with somebody else, right? You don't You don't wish for like Lamar Jackson to get hurt just because he had a big highlight run on the Bengals one time. You don't wish for Ben Roethlisberger to get hurt just because he's a big poop basket. You just hope for him to show that he's a poop basket. Although he also had an interesting situation back in the day, but I wasn't old enough to even really understand what happened back then. So, like, I mean, I heard about it a little bit, but I wasn't really paying any attention. So it's just like everything I know now is really entirely based on like hindsight and post vision. I didn't know anything. I wasn't around when it was happening. So for me to really, I don't really feel like I have much of a fair perspective on the Ben Roethlisberger situation. All right. Lamar Jackson takes a shotgun snap. Looking around. Can't find anybody. Dumps it off. After he gets hit and gets it off to Devin Duvernay. Eli Apple, nowhere to be seen in the vicinity, even though he's on coverage. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand this defense, dude. I don't understand why the defense is the way it is like this. Like, they're in field goal range. You can hold them to the field goal. That's awesome, but I mean, could we, like, stop letting them drive all the way down the field? Let's get a turnover, man. And you're good, Majestic YT. You're good. The fact that you're here at all is awesome. God. Kenyon Drake. Once again, Bengals swallow him up at the line of scrimmage and can't do anything about it. Although there is a flag, I wonder if it's holding on the Ravens, and that's why. Yep, holding on the Ravens. On the defense, no. Holding on the Bengals. God, you telling me the Bengals committed a holding penalty on that play and they still couldn't bring him down after like 7 yards? Bruh. Like, what are we doing? What are we even doing right now? Like, what are we legitimately doing right now? That's a joke. That's a joke. You were holding on the play and you still couldn't bring him down. God. Not even their starting running back. It's Kenyon Drake. Lamar Jackson, ball batted up. Jermaine Pratt bats the ball for Lamar Jackson. Looks like he has a chance to come down with the interception, but Lamar Jackson smartly knocks him out of the way. He's not able to get to it. So, good play there by Jermaine Pratt. Would have been even better if he could have. Oh my God, if he had intercepted that ball, dude. Like, oh. Unable to get to it, though. Probably couldn't have get to it even if Lamar Jackson hadn't, like, hit him. But, you know, good heads-up play there by Lamar Jackson to knock into him. But probably wasn't necessary because it was a little too far for him. All right, Lamar Jackson's going to take the pistol snap. And he's going to get swallowed up. Gets about 3 yards on the play. That was a designed run, and the Bengals are on it. You know, do let him pick about 3 yards, but not really a whole lot there. Got 9 people watching right now. If you got something to say it in the chat, and I'll put you up on the screen. Doesn't matter what it is. You can trash talk if you want. I'll put you up here, and I'll trash talk right back. We'll clap up here. We will clap all day if you want to. But if you want to say something nice too. You know, we don't have to be mean to each other. We don't have to be angry. If you want to, then I'll oblige. All right, Lamar Jackson. Shotgun formation. Did I say Jackson? All right, dumps the ball off to Isaiah Likely short, and he's going to get enough for the first down because the Bengals just do not know how to defend those kind of plays. And actually, no, they're calling it short, so it's going to be 4th down. I would imagine the Ravens are not going to make the mistake that the Bengals made, and they're just going to take the field goal here. Maybe. Nope, offense staying out there. Wow. John Harbaugh is like, I see your bluff, Zach. Or not your bluff. I see your wager, and I'll raise you a 4th and inches. I'm sure they'll get it because the Bengals defense is not able to like stop much right now. Oh, okay. Flag? What's the flag? Don't tell me it's on the Bengals. Justin Tucker's going out there, so it's probably on the Ravens. Actually, I wondered, did the play clock run out? Were they just trying to catch him off sides? Yeah, delay of game, so they just try to catch him off sides. Fair enough. Justin Tucker's going to come out here, and he's going to make the decision that Zach Taylor probably should have made. But hey, it's all good though because it's going to be. I mean, and maybe we get a block here. I'm going to wait to talk before we see what happens. Maybe we get a blocked field goal here. That would be cool. 59 straight field goals made in fourth quarter or overtime. Well, maybe this will be the first one he misses in 60 attempts. Kick is up, and it's good. Yep, all right. Well, so Bengals are still only down by a touchdown, though. So offense was rolling on that last drive and almost got in the end zone. So, I mean, again, like, I'm thinking what was going on through Zach Taylor's head there was we've got a lot of momentum here. Let's see if luck is on our side. And if not, I trust the defense to not let the Ravens let this game get out of control. And the defense did that. You know, they let him drive all the way down the field, you know, burn some clock, but they only held him to a field goal. So, I mean, the offense, you know, if they can go get a touchdown, then this game is back in favor of the Bengals. And then you still only got a 1-point ball game. Defense got to really do something at that point. But, you know, I like I said, I don't know why that just came up. I just, let's see. I guess if I hit space, then the last comment comes up. I don't know. But anyway, we got 8 people watching right now. So if you're watching, go ahead and comment in the chat over here, and we'll have a little back and forth. You know, maybe you're a Bengals fan and you're coming in to say something positive. Maybe you're a dick and you're coming in to say something negative. Either way, we will talk. We will talk. Or maybe you're just coming in to, you know, talk. And we just regular talk, you know. Oh boy, this game is coming down to the wire, but the Bengals offense is starting to put things together a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, the hope here is that they can go down the field, get a field goal. Do not get a field goal. You lost your chance on the field goal, buddy. Hopefully they can go down and get a touchdown, and then they can have a good defensive stand, and then they can end up with a lead that they can try to protect. Man, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice if we could get ahead in this game after it was looking pretty bad there for a little bit? If we win this game, does that count as like does that count as one of those notable blown leads by the Ravens? I mean, it's only 10 points, and it was fairly early in the game, so I mean, it's definitely not like an all-time kind of like, whoa, they blew a 10-point lead in the first quarter. Like, happens all the time, but you know, just kind of notable. The Ravens have been doing that a lot this year. See if the Bengals can take advantage and be the 4th team to come back against the Ravens. Obviously, only the 3rd team to actually pull it off and successfully come back, but the 4th team to do it, because the Patriots did it in week 2 and just unfortunately weren't able to come away with the win. Current chance of winning: Bengals 23%, Ravens 77%. Why is that? Is it because the offense has been struggling to put points on the board? I don't know if I agree with that. That's from Next Gen Stats, I guess. I don't know if I agree with that. Bengals only have a 23% chance to win the game. I mean, I definitely say like maybe like a 40% chance, maybe not even 40, maybe like a 35% chance or something like that. But 23 seems low to me. 23 seems low because, like, I mean, honestly, the Bengals offense is doing all right now. You have the opportunity to go take a lead, and the defense is playing well. So, I mean, obviously the Ravens are more likely to win this game based off of like percentages and stuff like that. But like, is that enough? I don't think it's 77% chance for the Ravens to win this game. That just seems high right now. We'll see what happens, but if we don't score on this drive, it might be a 77% chance for them to win. Anyway, Joe Mixon's going to get the handoff from Joe Burrow. He's going to try to cut to the outside, breaks the tackle, gets about 8. I think I'll call it 8. I don't know what they're going to call it. I'm going to call it 8 yards on the play. So Joe Mixon's starting to heat up a little bit. That's nice. Not substantially. You know, he's not out here like breaking ankles or anything like that, but he's doing pretty decent. He's doing okay. He is doing okay. So, big primetime game. Joe Burrow. Can you be the Joe Burrow we all know and love and deliver the Bengals a victory on the road in primetime with the division lead on the line? Got 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter to do it. Shotgun formation. Going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon again. He's got all day on the edge. Finally that works out. He's going to pick up about 10 yards on the play. It's going to be first down. Joe Mixon's getting his groove on this drive. Let's do more of that. And what a good thing to see, by the way. Jonah Williams back in the game. Good to see he's not really all that badly hurt. And he seems like he's playing better, actually. So maybe he's just wear a brace more often. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, again, hopefully nothing happened there. He's not going to have to miss time later. But anyway, Joe Burrow gets another pass batted. Shotgun formation. Joe Burrow has another pass batted. He had a wide open T. Higgins, I think, who would have picked up at least like 7 or 8 yards. And once again, ball batted, this time by, who is that? Urban, number 97. That is Brent Urban. All right. He's not even on the field now. Congratulations. You made a great play. Now get the fuck off the field. All right, 2nd and 10. Samaje Perine's come in the game. Not as excited about that now that Joe Mixon is playing well, but all right, Joe Burrow's got a man deep, but he cannot find him at all. I don't even know why he made that. Oh, it's a flag. Got a flag on the play. What's the flag? Ravens are pissed. Marlon Humphrey's pissed. I think it's going to be pass interference prior to the pass. Holding. Oh, okay. All right. Holding on Marlon Humphrey. And that might have been why Joe Burrow thought Jamar Chase was going to. Oh, no, it's not on Marlon Humphrey. It's on D. Williams, number 22. Demarion Williams. And he was holding Tyler Boyd, actually. So, once again, I don't know why Joe Burrow threw that ball, because it looked like he just expected Jamar Chase to be out there. Like, kind of like that fuck it, Jamar just down there somewhere mentality. But, like, he really hasn't been lately. So, don't do that. Please. All right, whatever. Joe Burrow under center, single back formation, hands the ball off to Samaje Perine, who's going to gets stopped after about 3 yards, but picks up an extra yard on the extra effort. So that's just what I love about Samaje Perine, man. Like he doesn't always have the best runs, but man, he always will push and push and push, and he will never give up on a play. Like, I mean, he'll get stopped sometimes. He's definitely not like, you know, if he's definitely not like, you know, a top running back in the league or anything like that. But that man is a fighter. And I just love that he fights so hard for every yard, even when he's probably not going to get anything. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun formation, dumps it off short to Jamar Chase, but Jamar Chase is able to weave in and out and gets down for a first down. Ravens are trying to take the ball out of his hands, but he's just like, no, thank you. No, I'm not going to fumble. Very strong hands on that one. Also gets his knee down. So, let's see. I think... Yeah, looks like he kind of intentionally hit his knee down because he felt that the Ravens were trying to knock that ball out. So, smart heads-up play and very strong there by Jamar Chase to hold on to that ball, but also smart heads-up play to go down to a knee so you maintain your possession of the ball. All right, handoff to Joe Mixon, who spins out of a tackle. Good play there. Fights ahead for about 4 yards. He's been watching some Samaje Perine tape lately. He gets hit after, like, he looked like he was going to get taken down at the line of scrimmage, but he picks up about 4 yards on the play, so you got to like that. 2.7 yards through week 4. That's why you're worried about it. But he's got 5.8 yards per carry tonight. That's why, you know, that's what you got. That's what you got to do, man. Yeah, if you can make them scared of the running game, then you can do a lot more against them. If they know you're going to pass all the time, then that's what was going on early in the game. They knew you're going to pass all the time. Joe Burrow throws, and it's caught this time by Jamar Chase. Not going to be quite enough for a first down, but it's going to be like 3rd and 1. Maybe 3rd and like a half, 3rd and inches. I don't know. Like, he got close to it, but he didn't quite get it. Let's see where they're calling this. Showing all the blitz and everything, but I don't really care about the blitz right now. Great blitz pickup by Joe Mixon, by the way. That was fantastic. Like, you shouldn't zero Joe Burrow anyway, but if you're gonna zero Joe Burrow, then you better not get blocked by Joe Mixon, because like that's a disaster. Joe Burrow will find a guy to throw the ball to if you try to blitz him, and the blitz gets picked up. All right, Joe Burrow, single back formation, is gonna fake the handoff to Joe Mixon, look around, toss the ball out to Tyler Boyd, who's got all day to run. I mean, not all day to run, but I mean, as far as like the 1 yard to pick up for the first down, he's got plenty of real estate in front of him. And he does. He picks up about 5 yards on the play. So this offense is starting to get things together and doing a good job of eating the clock, too. Starting to impose their will a little bit on offense. And the reason for it is because they're respecting the running game now. That was actually, I think, what kind of happened on that play. Like, Joe Burrow, like, they were worried that he was going to try to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon, and the line kind of jumped and went after Joe Mixon, which gave him extra time to throw. This time he does hand the ball off to Joe Mixon, and Joe Mixon gets stuffed, but keeps those legs churning, gets about 4 yards on the pickup. Like, that's all you got to do. That's all you got. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, if you just do that, then you're gonna be like you're gonna do well. Like it's this whole, like, you know, the second you get touched going down thing. That's why you're getting like 2.8 yards per carry up to this point in the season. But today you've got 5.8 because you keep those legs churning. Like I said, he's been watching Samaje Perine tape. Like, if you can give the never give up. Hold on, Joe Burrow's shotgun formation. Plenty of time to throw. Throws the ball to Joe Mixon, but he's got a man right on him, so it's going to be about a 1 yard pickup. But yeah, man, like I said, if you can keep those legs churning, you will pick up yards. And if you could take Samaje Perine's skill set of never giving up and give that skill set to Joe Mixon, you'd have the perfect running back, honestly, because like he can do everything else. The one thing the one thing that sucks about him is sometimes he'll just like go down at first contact. He tries to get a little too, like, you know, shifty, and sometimes he just needs to power it down. All right, it's 3rd and 5. Bengals got the ball at the 18-yard line. Joe Burrow, time to throw. Throws, caught by Jamar Chase. First down. First down right out about the 5-yard line. Bengals are still moving this ball. They're eating that clock. The Bengals get a touchdown. There's a good chance the Ravens are only going to have like a minute left in the ball game. Now, that's more than enough time for Lamar Jackson to get the ball down the field, especially with the way this defense doesn't really seem to like to play defense very much until they get to the red zone, which you can't have because of Justin Tucker. But, yeah. Dude, I would almost like see if we can score quickly, because then, like, if the Bengals defense allows a touchdown, there you go. And it's touchdown. Joe Mixon gets the touchdown on the rush. About a 5 yard. Oh, no, they're calling him about a yard short. I imagine the Bengals are going to take this down to the 2-minute warning now. I thought he got it. Let's see on the replay here. Let's see, knee goes down right. Yeah, he's a little short. Yep. All right, fair enough. He's short. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's not fine. I don't want him to be short. I want him to get the touchdown, because I kind of like don't want them to like right now, don't run the clock like this, because like your defense is playing much better when they are able to allow field goals. But when they have to just completely hold them, they're not doing great at that. I mean, they've done it. They've forced punts. It's not like it hasn't happened today, but kind of an issue. Now, I will say, if we go ahead on this touchdown and then we lose to a Justin Tucker field goal, Zach Taylor might get run out of town for going for it. Why do the Bengals always do this, man? Why can't we be a normal team that just like decisively wins games sometimes? Like, we decisively beat the Jets, we decisively beat the Dolphins, but and honestly, the way the Jets have been playing, I honestly think that might have been actually kind of a like it's starting to look like, well, okay, now I take that back. I was gonna say it's starting to look like the Dolphins weren't that big of a task, but I think that's because Teddy Bridgewater got hurt. So like, I mean, yeah, if you're going up against Skylar Thompson, you know, shouldn't be too tough. But I mean, really, honestly, the big thing though is that Dolphins defense let the Jets score 40. So, but I will say, if there's any talk about how the Bengals had a little easier with Teddy Bridgewater in the game, and that win against the Dolphins isn't as big of a deal, the way the Jets have been playing, maybe that's a bigger deal now, right? I mean, they barely beat the Steelers, so I mean that's kind of like a mark on them. But then they blew out the Dolphins, so I mean, like I think the Jets might be okay, guys. Like I mean, not like I don't want to jump the gun too much and say the Jets are good, but they might be decent. Like they're 3-2 right now, so I mean they might be like I mean when I do my power rankings, like I mean the Jets might end up in like they were in tank time, and now honestly the Jets might be like I don't know, it's hard to say. They had that big comeback against the Browns, to be fair, but then they also got easily beaten by the Ravens and Bengals. But then they had that, win against the Steelers, that gritty, tough win against the Steelers. Then they blew the hell out of the Dolphins. Again, I know it's against the third-string quarterback, but I don't know, man. Like, the Jets might be, like, I might put them in, like, I mean, they're in tank time right now. I might put them up, like, I might put them in the playoff hunt. Like, I'm not calling them a playoff team yet, but I might put them in the playoff hunt. Might totally just skip over the bad category because I don't think they're bad right now. I think they're okay. All right, Ravens fans are fired up. 2nd and goal, and when we say 2nd and goal, I mean inches, like inches, like to the point where like I want to see Joe Burrow like take it on a quarterback sneak here, and that is exactly what he does, and he gets it. Touchdown. Bengals take the lead, 17-16. Now it's up to the defense to hold the Ravens. Ravens have 3 timeouts and 1:54 left. All they got to do is get in field goal range, and they can try to run the clock down, and they're only 1 point down. But, I mean, the Bengals took the lead, so that's important. It's important and very good that they took the lead. And now if the defense can do their damn thing, don't let a big play go because Justin Tucker will murder you. Okay? Justin Tucker is on the other side right now, guys. I'm not scared of Lamar Jackson. I am scared of Justin Tucker. You have got to hold them. You cannot let the Ravens run the clock. What? They adjusting the clock? What's going on now? They're resetting the play clock to 1 minute and 59 seconds. I don't know about that. Like, did it literally only? I think it took him more than a second. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't think it took him 7 seconds to get in the end zone, but I don't think it took him 1 second to get in the end zone. Like, I think it took a little bit of a push. So, like, he didn't get it immediately. I thought it took I think 158. Now, I mean, I'm splitting hairs here, like 158, 159. Who really cares? But then again, with Justin Tucker on the other side and the Ravens kind of having the ability to run the clock here, I'm just saying, man, I don't like the fact that Justin Tucker's on the other side of that field. All right, Evan McPherson, extra point is up, and did he miss it? Oh, he barely, just by the slimmest of margins, got the extra point in. Bengals take the lead, 17-16. Now it's up to the defense. Man, you got I imagine it's going to be a touchback. So you've got maybe, holy shit. Okay, so that kick went over, directly over the actual upright itself. He came within an inch of missing that field goal, but it just barely, by the slimmest of slim margins, went in for a good extra point. Bro, that's nerve-wracking. I mean, I don't know. It's either way, you kind of need a big defensive stand anyway, but it's just now you have the lead, so if you get the big defensive stand, you win, right? God, dude. Man, the thing is, the Ravens have all the plays at their disposal. They can do whatever they want right now because they're incentivized right now because they got Justin Tucker. If they can just get the ball down the field 40 yards, they're in field goal range for him. 25-yard line, 35, 45. Man, you get the ball at the 50-yard line, that's good enough for Justin Tucker, for real. Honestly, you get the ball to You only get the ball to like the 45-yard line. So I mean, like, honestly, 20 yards and you're probably in field goal range for Justin Tucker. Now that would be, he'd be like, you know, tying his own record at that point, but still he can do it. Golly, dude. And that's the thing. The Ravens will go for the field goal. They're not going to go for it on fourth down. Most teams don't have Justin Tucker on the other side, but the Ravens have Justin Tucker on the other side. So it's like, man, that decision not to take the field goal is really stressing me out right now, man, because like we could have, because like I'm fully confident in the defense's ability to not allow a touchdown. The problem is I would almost feel better if the defense allowed like a quick hitter touchdown right now and the offense got the ball back than I would feel if our goal, right, if like we absolutely like to avoid disaster right now, we basically have to hold the Ravens from getting a 20 yards, like 2 first downs right now, honestly. And depending on what happens on this kickoff, I mean, you never know. It could be a really like nice kickoff, but it's probably going to be about 20 yards and you're in Justin Tucker's field goal range just because he is a automaton of a human being. And there you go. It's out of bounds. Ravens smartly, I mean, that was pretty far into the end zone anyway, so it wasn't going to get returned anyway. But the Ravens would be smart to just like not even try to return that kick. Like, don't even risk it. Just like you got 20 yards to go and you're in Justin Tucker's field goal range, man. I mean, it's a long, tough field goal, and the last time he kicked from that long, he almost didn't make it. But he did. All right, 1st and 10. 25-yard line, man. Just got to stop him. That's the thing. Pull up some wizardry here, Lou. Let's pull up some wizardry and put this game away, man. All right, Lamar Jackson dumps it to Mark Andrews. He's going to pick up about 5-6 yards on the play. That's what I'm talking about, man. You can't just let them get yards. Like, that's the thing. Yards are going to be the thing. And the Ravens are just letting that clock run. They're going to let it run all the way down, and they're just going to tell Justin Tucker, go out there from anywhere on the field and try it. At first down. Bengals let Mark Andrews get a first down. They're already at the 40-yard line. They're already at the 40-yard line, dude. Ravens are going to run this clock all the way the hell down. Lamar Jackson shotgun snap. Evades a sack. Picks up 5 yards, and they're in Justin Tucker's field goal range now. Ravens are just letting that clock run. First timeout. Why are the Ravens taking a timeout? What the hell? Why are the Ravens taking... John Harbaugh is mad, too. Like, why are the Ravens taking a timeout? That's really weird. That doesn't make any sense. Why are the Ravens taking a timeout? Like, I know this is like, you know, tying a record level field goal here, but Justin Tucker can make it, bro. All right, it's going to be 2nd and 6 from the 45-yard line. Tucker's going to warm up now. And Justin Tucker is on the other side of that ball, dude. Can we get a turnover? Man, if we get a turnover here, you'll see the reaction y'all came for if we get a turnover here. I'm going to put my keyboard away just in case something crazy like that happens. Calling it. Von Bell interception. Von Bell interception. No. Logan Wilson interception. Because Lamar Jackson isn't going to throw it deep. Lamar Jackson's going to throw it short. Logan Wilson interception. Come on. Let's go. Logan Wilson interception. Ah, boy. Really nervous, dude. Why is it 1st and 5? What the hell? Why is it 1st and 5? I'm really confused. Did the Bengals get a penalty? I must have missed something. Because I thought Lamar Jackson got it to the 45-yard line. Oh, God, they had 12 men on the field. Bengals. Jesus. Jermaine Pratt didn't get off the field in time. God, dude. All right, Lamar Jackson hands the ball off. No, he doesn't. He keeps the ball, runs all over the Bengals, tripped up around the 35-yard line, and that might be it, guys. That might be it, guys. I mean, barring a miracle turnover or something like that, or a miracle Justin Tucker missing the field goal or a block or something, but Lamar Jackson gets this all the way down to the 35-yard line, y'all. He might have gotten more if he didn't trip up on Devin Duvernay. This is what I was telling you, man. Like, the Bengals are good at holding them to field goals, but they're not good at stopping them from getting yards. So why are you... Bengals took a timeout. That's all you can do right now. All you can do is hope that you can hold him here and then force Justin Tucker to take a field goal, and then you got like 30 seconds to try to go get your own field goal. That's the only chance you have left now. That's the only chance you have left now. But what's most likely going to happen is they're going to like overcommit to trying to like focus on one area or the other, and Lamar Jackson's going to get another first down, and they're just going to run the clock out, and then Justin Tucker's going to kick the field goal. I've seen this movie before. I've seen the Bengals do it. God, dude. All right, Lamar Jackson, pistol formation, hands the ball off. Picks up 6 yards. Or 4 yards, whatever. Another timeout by the Bengals. I mean, they're... God love them. They're trying, man. Honestly, right now, it's just like you got to accept Justin Tucker's going to make the field goal, and you just hope that you can leave enough time for you to go have Evan McPherson go win the game. Evan McPherson hasn't been as like money as he was last year. Like, I mean, I know part of that, like part of his stats are like the long snapping situation from week 1, but I mean, it hasn't. There's been some question. Like, I mean, that extra point that he just barely hit earlier. I don't know. All right, Ravens. Lamar Jackson keeps the ball. It's going to be 3rd and 1. It's about a 5-yard pickup. Bengals going to take their last timeout. You gotta stuff him here, man. If you don't stuff him here, it's basically over. If the Ravens pick up a first down, it's basically over, man. All this talk about this amazing, great defense, but you know what they can't do? They can't stop it. They can't stop teams unless, you know, they're like in the red zone. Like once they get to the red zone, they're pretty good about it. You know, they'll force turnovers, they'll do this, that, and the other. But they can't stop them until they get there. Was that the Bengals' last time out? I think that was the Bengals' last time out. Fuck. So we're only going to have like 10 seconds. All right. Lamar Jackson gets the ball. He gets the first down. So now you're pretty much just hoping for a missed field goal. Because the Bengals defense just cannot stop people from getting yards. They're real good. They're real good, man. They're real good at stopping them from getting touchdowns. They're real good at taking advantage of, you know, like situations where they're going for it all and stuff like that. But God golly, man, they cannot stop teams from moving the ball to save their lives. They're so bad at it, man. They're so bad at that, at letting people pick up like, you know, 4 or 5 yards, 4 or 5, 6, 7, you know, just if you like dilly-dally away at the Cincinnati Bengals defense, they will let you have whatever you want. You just get whatever. Now, Justin Tucker's going to come out here, and he's going to... You know what? It's not over. They could block the field goal. I mean, they could, like, you know, Justin Tucker could miss. I mean, it's just happened before. He's missed before. 43 yards, and, I mean, you got, like, all the pressure in the world on you. All right, come on. Let's get a block or a miss. Probably not going to happen, but it could happen, man. Block or a miss. Let's go. Come on. All right, let's go. Come on, Bengals. All right, kick is up, and it's good. God, dude! Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me with this crap? Like, they would have had to go get a touchdown, which their defense is great at defending against. If they had taken that field goal. But our defense can't defend diddly shit against teams moving the ball down the field. I don't understand what the thought process is here at all. They have no ability to stop teams when they need to just get some yards. When a team can go get a field goal, if a field goal wins a game as a Bengals fan, you're screwed. It's over. You have no chance because this defense, I mean, unless you get a turnover. You can get a turnover, and sometimes they get turnovers, and that's awesome. But a lot of times they don't get turnovers, and they just let teams dilly-dally their way all the way down the field. I don't understand. I do not understand what the hell is going on. Like how are you this good of a defense and you can't stop them? You can't get a stop when it matters. Like, we talk all day and night about how good this defense is, but the fact of the matter is they don't get stops when it matters most of the time. They're really good at maintaining a lead. They're really, really good at maintaining a lead and maintaining like stopping opposing teams from having, comebacks and stuff, or helping the offense get off to a big start. But they cannot stop teams to save their fucking lives. Like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sick and tired of sitting here and pretending like this defense is impenetrable. Like, it's a good defense for certain situations, but they need the offense to be great for the defense to really matter. Because if the offense is going to have some of the struggles they have, and honestly they're not that much worse than most other offenses. Before I stick my foot in my mouth, let's check the stats. By team on offense, offensive prowess, they're 24th, which isn't great. Passing, they're 16th, they're dead middle. Running, they're terrible, but passing, they're dead middle of the NFL. So I mean, it's not like this offense is terrible, but they're also not great. And if you don't have a great offense, the way this defense plays is not going to win you too many ball games. I'm sorry, but the way that they play defense, where they just let you get however many yards you want, but then they stop you when it really matters. That's not good enough, dude. That is not good enough, and this is what happens. Dude, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely freaking ridiculous. I hope the 5 of you who are watching right now are enjoying my meltdown, but I am so freaking sick and tired of watching this Cincinnati Bengals team just fiddle fart their way through a whole freaking game. You can clip that one out, fiddle fart. My mom used to say that one all the time. But I'm so sick and tired of watching this Cincinnati Bengals game shit themselves through every single game and, take forever to get going and then put so much onus on the defense to have to be great. And then we sit here and talk about, the defense is playing great. The defense is playing great. But the fact of the matter is they're not that damn great. They're good. They're good, and they have a really good niche. If the offense was great, then the defense would be amazing. Be one of the best defenses of all time if the offense was great. But if the offense struggles, the defense isn't going to win you football games. I'm sorry, that's just the fact of the matter. We're 2-3 right now because the offense has a lot of struggles, and that's honestly the biggest reason. I don't want to say the defense is the reason that we are not winning football games, but the fact of the matter is, the defense is not doing enough to win football games. The defense is just getting run all over God's fucking creation at the end of games. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's just it's a joke. It is a fucking joke, dude. Lou Anarumo gets all this praise for being a wizard, and they can't stop the Ravens from getting 20 yards when it matters. God, the Ravens got more. The Ravens got 50 yards on that play, dude. Not that play, on that drive. Ravens got 50 yards. So they made it easy on Justin Tucker. That field goal would have been good from 53. So, I mean, if you had like made him have a long field goal, maybe he wouldn't have made it. I don't know. He probably didn't put his whole leg into it though, because he didn't need to. How many times have the Bengals lost on last-second field goals like this? Because the offense gets off to slow starts, and the defense, as good as they are, they cannot stop teams from like they can't just like stop teams. They can hold teams down. They can like slow them down, but they can't stop teams, especially when it matters. We're 2-3 right now because they can't stop teams when it matters, and because the offense is kind of inept. And I mean, like, and I don't get me. I'm Zach Taylor needs to make better decision making. Like, I don't like. We gotta stop not taking field goals when we need the points to maintain our momentum. Man, a field goal would have getting that field goal would have changed the whole complexion of this game. Like, I mean, if things work out the exact same way, then the Ravens need a touchdown at the end of the game. But even if they don't work out the exact same way, then, maybe you get the ball at the end of the game and you're the team that just needs the field goal to win. I'm just like, I don't understand why. And it's just like every time he comes up with a fourth down play, the play calling is always like I'm not like Zach Taylor's play calling. I'm not one of those guys, and I hate it. I hate people who just like default to that. But like, on fourth down situations, man, yeah, you could. There's a big issue here with fourth down play calling. It's awful. Don't get mad, Kyle. Fuck you, Jordan. I'm not looking forward to this season, but I will try to be positive. Dude. I'm not. Season's not over, man. Like Thomas keeps saying, a 9-8 team can make the playoffs. They can. A 9-8 team could totally make the playoffs. We can still turn this thing around. It's not the end of the world. I'm like, it's gonna be fine. Just come watch the games, man. There's 17 games in a season. Like, 2-3 isn't the end of the world. Like, we overcame 0-2 to give ourselves a real chance. Maybe we're not going to be winning the division this year, but I mean, we can still. Wild card's not out of reach by any means. It's not like we have a hard schedule, so. God. I just got back home. I had 2 drive. I thought he was saying he had a toilet paper drive. 2 drive from my dad's house. Dude, you might want to rewind. I went the hell off there for a minute. What's the score? Bengals lose. Bengals lose because the defense cannot stop the Ravens from marching the ball down the field. They can stop them from scoring a touchdown, but they can't stop them from marching the ball down the field. Game ends 19-7 because the offense is inconsistent. Zach Taylor didn't take the points when he needed to take them, and the defense just cannot finish games. Like, the defense is very talented, very good. There's a lot of good, positive things you can say about the defense, but they cannot finish games. That's their biggest flaw, is they cannot finish games, and it sucks, man. The Bengals lost field goal multiple times. It's years. I don't know why they didn't. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't take the field goal, man. We still going to the Super Bowl, and we might, Jordan. We might. Like, don't forget, we got off to a rough start last year. What was it? Where's my keyboard? Give me a second. Let me remember how things went last year. I believe we lost Week 5 last year too to the Packers on a last-second field goal, and that was with Evan McPherson missing field goals and Mason. That was a whole fucking thing. But Bengals 2021 season. I think we were 3-2 at this point because we beat the Vikings in Week 1 last year. That was the only difference, was like things broke our way kind of magically last year in Week 1. They didn't break our way magically in Week 1 this year. That's literally the only difference. Outside of that, we had an atrocious game against Chicago. Then we won 2 in a row like we did this year. Then we lost to the Packers on a last-second field goal. The difference is losing to the Ravens is a little different because, like, you're now 0-2 in the division. So you're kind of getting behind in the division race. But hey, the wild card's still wide open. So I mean, like last year, Last year, we finished 10-7. If you're calling it an extra loss this year, that's 9-8. 9-8 can make the playoffs as a wild card, man. So I mean, if we make it to the playoffs, we can go all the way. Like we can still go to the Super Bowl for sure. Matthew, you're back. Welcome back. Didn't miss much. Well, you missed my rant. I'm sad too, Conley, man. That's being a Bengals fan. There's a lot of sadness. That's just what being a fan of this team is. Am I going to the Super Bowl or are the Bengals? I already answered the Bengals question. Like the Bengals could still go. Like it's week 5. Like I wouldn't. I like this is not like the end of the world that we lost this game. It sucks. It makes it really hard, but it's not the end of the game. Am I going to the Super Bowl? No. It's way too expensive. Man, I might win a contest. Hi, Patrick Thompson. Can you shout me out, please? I was your first subscriber. Oh, you were? Where are you now? That's cool, man. Hell yeah, shout out Matthew Thompson. I'll put you in my next video. I'll put you at the beginning of my next video. Matthew Thompson, my first subscriber. I will do that for you, buddy. I'm sorry, I didn't remember you were my first subscriber. I don't remember my last subscriber, honestly. Like I just like making content, and I like it when people show up, you know. But hey, thanks for being a loyal member of the channel, man. Matthew Thompson, good guy. Lost. Yep. Wishing they could pull it off. Hope they're going to be able to get back in it next week. Yeah, I mean, look. Okay, so next week, what's the schedule, man? We could totally be 3-3 next week. I don't see why not. I don't know if we're going to be winning the division at this point. That's going to be... We could totally come back and win the division. This just doesn't seem too likely. Let's see. Next week, we're in New Orleans playing the Saints, and we can win that. We can win that. Saints are fine, but they're not great. Falcons, Browns, Panthers, Steelers. We could go on a run. Like, we got to finish games. That's the thing. Like, we have got to finish games. That is the biggest problem. Is they are so close to winning these games, but they are not finishing, and that is the biggest problem. We can finish games, though. We can go on a bit of a run here, man. We got, like, Saints, Falcons, Browns, Panthers, Steelers. You know, we could win our next 5 games and then be, what would that be, 7-3? We could be 7-3 going into the Titans game. And, I mean, we could probably beat the Titans. The Titans aren't that good. So we could be 8-3. And then there's the Chiefs, which we could totally beat the Chiefs. I mean, at this point, this is so far later in the season, I'm not even going to be predicting. But, I mean, we could totally go into that Chiefs game when the schedule does get harder. We could be like 8-3. We could be like 7-4. I mean, you know, we could totally get back into the playoff race. Like, we're in the playoff race. We're 2-3. It's not the end of the world. It just sucks that it's got to come this way, and a division repeat. It's kind of seeming like, you know, it's going to be pretty tough to pull that off. But, I mean, hey, they could do it. The Bengals, if anything, are comeback artists. They almost did it this week. Their problem is they're not finishing games. It reminds me of 2020. You know, they were so close in so many games, and they just didn't finish. That was the biggest problem that year. Browns, Bucks, Patriots, Bills, Ravens. And then, so, I mean, man, if you can steal one back from the Ravens at the end of the year, beat the Steelers, you know, beat the Browns twice, you could end up with a 4-2 division record. You can come back and win this division, but you're definitely making it harder on yourselves than it needs to be right now. Majestic YT, yeah, I thought they had. Well, I didn't think they had that. I totally thought there was a chance they could win, and I was going to. I was like, hey, they could totally come back and win this. Like, I thought it was possible, but I was also worried because, like, they were scoring a little too quickly, and bro, Justin Tucker is on the other side. Like, you're not going up against Harrison Butker or Cade York or Chris Boswell or, like, you know, some of these kickers who was just like, you know, maybe they make it, maybe they don't. Now you're going up against Justin Tucker, who he had like a 69-yard field goal one time, didn't he, against the Lions? Just barely hit the upright, but it went in. And he shouldn't have had that, first of all, the delay of game, and we'll talk about that or whatever. But I was worried. I was like, oh, shit, we scored too early, and we're not going to be able to slow them down enough to keep Justin Tucker out of field goal range. That was my biggest issue, and look at what happened. Look at exactly what happened. Yeah, I gave you a shout-out, Matthew. I'll give you a shout-out on the next video. Hey, thanks, Matthew. You're quickly becoming one of my favorite now. And I'm also very sad the Bengals lost. This week's power rankings, can we do a podcast for it? Yeah, sure. Sure, we can, bring you on. I always do my power rankings. My power rankings always come out on... I try to have them out on Wednesdays, I think. So, I mean, what do you want to do? Like, hit me up on Twitter. Like, do like record on Tuesday or something like that. You can make your own tier list, and then I'll make mine, and we can compare. If you want to do it that way. Can we get Dalton back? Like, bro, like what? It's not Burrow's fault we lost. Like, Dalton wouldn't have even had us that close. You know, like we would have been a lot farther behind if Dalton was at quarterback. Man, it's not Joe Burrow's fault, man. He threw the one pick, and that was a horrible pick. It was an awful pick. Like, that was one of the worst picks. That might be the worst pick I've ever seen Joe Burrow throw. The one against the Jets last year was pretty bad, but this one was really bad. Like, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. I don't think he saw Patrick Queen. B, it was triple coverage. Like, I don't know what he was thinking there. But but that was Joe Burrow's one big mistake. Andy Dalton would not have done much, but he would have done probably a lot worse actually, because I don't want Dalton back. Thank you, Matthew Thompson. That's my boy right there. That's my boy Matthew Thompson, my very first subscriber, who I didn't remember, but now I remember. I mean, I still don't remember, but you told me, and I believe you. You could be totally lying to my face right now. I wouldn't know, because I do not have that great of a memory. Still have high faith in your second favorite team. Buddy, I tell you what, I have been a Bengals fan and telling everybody how we could totally make the playoffs when we're like 2-6 on the season, right? Like, I mean, I will never, until it's mathematically impossible, I will never not be sitting here and saying it's not possible for the Bengals to make the playoffs, especially when Joe Burrow is the quarterback and this team's got that swagger to him. They just need to go finish games, man. If they could finish games, they would be great. If they could, and it kind of works out, because like they got off to a little bit of a slow start last year. They figured out how to finish games later in the year, and that spurred them to go on that big run. So it's just like, man, if they can figure out how to finish games, they can once again get hot at the end of the season. If they get hot, man, they can go right back to the Super Bowl. So I still got faith in it, man. Hell yeah. Can we get a Who Day? Oh, Jordan, you'll get a Who Day at the once I work through these comments, I'm signing off here, and I'll give you a Who Day. I mean, we lost, but I'll still say Who Day all day. Don't matter to me. Work on weekdays, but yeah, for sure we'll try my best. Might have to be early in the morning Tuesday. Yeah. Let's talk about it on Twitter, man. I mean, I can pretty much my schedule is real flexible, so I can kind of do whatever. Question: when's my next video? So the next video is going to be the reaction to this game. So that'll probably come out tomorrow, around like 5, 6. I'm about to go to bed, but I'll probably get up tomorrow and record and edit throughout the day. So next video is going to probably come out tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow around like 5 or so. And then also me and Thomas are gonna be live on the Battle of Ohio podcast tomorrow night too. So go check that out. I mean, like it'll probably be during the Monday Night Football game, or I mean, hopefully it'll be earlier and we'll be wrapping up when the game starts. But we'll probably at least be mentioning what's going on during the game. But yeah, got that coming up tomorrow. We got the reaction video to this game. And then we got the Battle of Ohio podcast. So go check me out on that channel too. because you said you would shout me out, talk about me. So I just want to know, by the way, you had an awesome stream. Thanks, buddy. I'm getting a lot better at these streams. I'm starting to I figured out I got some music that I can't hear, but I know it sounds good in my videos. So I got this music going on behind here. Getting better at like editing these graphics, and quite honestly, I'm getting better at actually sitting down and doing this stuff. Just because I moved a lot of things around in my life to I'm running a lot of different businesses right now, and while it is a lot of work, it's also very much kind of on my own schedule. So I have a lot more time to do this stuff, like to do these like streams and try to build this channel, which I really want to do. Like, I mean, I really love doing this. If I could do this like, forever, man, that'd be something else. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll shout you out on the recap video. What I'll do is because I don't believe I got any. I'll have to check actually. But like at the end of every episode, I always do I always encourage people to comment down below like what they thought about the game or what they thought about my power rankings or whatever, and then I'll always like feature the best comment from or at least the most compelling comment from the previous video. And so I'll have to go check I can't remember if I got any comments on my last preview video, but if I didn't, then I'll just shout you out during that segment, and if I did, I'll shout you out afterwards. So it'll be at the end of the video, but it'll be in tomorrow's video. So I'll actually go ahead and make a note on Google Docs to do that right now, because I could totally see myself forgetting, honestly. So I will mark that down right now. My boy Matthew Thompson. All right, so I'm not bluffing. Share my screen right here. There we go. See, got a note. That's the document I'm going to write up all my notes and stuff in for the video. So I got it at the top here. Make sure I remember to do that. All right. So watch tomorrow and you'll get that. All right. Yeah, I got you, Matthew. And thanks for being a subscriber to the channel, man. Thanks for being a loyal subscriber, and especially through my really rough off season where I started a completely different business that I'm not even doing now. That took up all of my time, and I just couldn't like pump the content out that I wanted to, just because I had to pour so much effort into trying to grow. It was a financial advisory practice, which is what I was trying to do. I had to put so much time and effort and resources into that. I just didn't have time to keep up with the channel, which sucks because like we had a really active off season, and so did the Browns. So I mean, we couldn't do the Battle of Ohio podcast either. But I mean, if you're still here, all y'all who are still here through my rough off season, I appreciate it. I think I lost maybe like 4 or 5 subscribers. I mean, I'm more. I got more than I ever have had right now. And it's like it's still low. I'm still trying to get to 100, but I'm getting closer and closer every day. So appreciate you, Matthew. Look forward to seeing you on the next stream, buddy. Which will probably might be the Thursday night game next week. Which I don't know, maybe not. I might not stream that game. It's like, what was it? Bears and the Washington Commanders. I'm not sure if I even really care enough to stream that. I think I will, just for the hell of it. I don't know how many people are gonna watch, but I mean, why not? It's something to do on a Thursday night. So I'll probably just stream that game just anyway. Like, who cares? So yeah, hope to see you on the next one, buddy, and all the rest of you too. Yeah, it'll be a good time, man. It'll be a good time. I mean, even if the game sucks, we'll have a good time. That's how it's always gonna be. Tell my Discord and subscribers to sub to you. There you go, Majestic YT. Let's get that sub count up, man. If I can get to 100 subscribers, I mean that's just it's the first milestone, right? But that first milestone, I like keep hitting them. I mean, I know it's probably going to take me like 5 years to get to the point where my channel is big enough that I can like make an income off of it, like a legit income off of it, right? But you know, I don't care. I do this shit for free anyway. Like, I mean, I've been sports writing for free since I was like 15 years old. So it's like, if I got to put in the time and effort to make money off of it one day eventually, it's like I'm kind of doing that anyway. So, you know. Hi, again, Patrick Thompson. Hi. Yeah, I think the Bears will win, and I'll watch you. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, the Commanders are just so bad. Favorite team in Madden? The Bengals. The Bengals are my favorite team in Madden. That's the team I play in Madden because I'm a Bengals fan. You see. Outside of the Bengals, who do I enjoy playing as the most? I really like speedy teams. So I like playing with because I'm like my play style at quarterback is I'm very much try to get out of the pocket and extend the play and make shit happen. Not much of a scrambler necessarily, although I'll totally scramble, but like any team with an offense that's kind of designed around that. So I mean, like, honestly, it works just great with the Bengals. But I mean, like, you know, I could totally play with like the Bills are fun to play with. Honestly, most of the time when I'm not playing the Bengals, I'm doing like a fantasy draft on franchise mode. I don't really typically play. You know what I like doing? Because like my second favorite team is the Jaguars. So I kind of like I like taking over them in franchise mode and rebuilding them because they suck. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I usually just play as the Bengals. Yeah, go Bengals, Matthew. Yeah, dude, Majestic YT. If we're gonna do a podcast, of course I'm gonna shout you out. Like, I mean, if we're gonna do a thing together, you're gonna be on my channel. Like, you don't have to worry about that. You like the Patriots? Hey, man, that's cool. I like the Patriots too. Like, I mean, I was a big fan of like, and like, I'm a big fan of, like, I'm a big East Coast guy. I love visiting the East Coast. And the Patriots, like back when they were like big and like, and they were like first starting to become like a dynasty and stuff like that, I was rooting for them all the time because I was so sick and tired of everybody talking about like, you know, the freaking, and again, Majestic YT, this was my opinion at the time, not necessarily anymore, but everybody, like, I the three teams I didn't like were the Cowboys, Steelers, and 49ers. And I was just I just wanted to see somebody else knock them all off their throne. Patriots come in, they get they get to 7 rings, and Steelers fans got nothing left to say. Not to mention Tom Brady was a terror for the Steelers. So it was almost kind of like, it was kind of fun living vicariously through the Patriots when my Bengals were always so bad. When I was a kid, I was a Broncos fan. Actually, I got a John Elway jersey. No. I'll show y'all next time. I don't really feel like getting up because I'm wired in and everything. But I got a John Elway jersey in the that was my favorite quarterback when I was a kid. But yeah. But now these days, I just like the Jaguars colors, like that teal and black and gold. I think it looks sick, man. Yeah, Patriots are cool. Yeah, you too, Matthew. I'm about to sign off here in a second anyway. Sad about this loss. You know what, dude? I'm happy for you, Majestic YT. I don't have anything against the Cowboys. I know a lot of Cowboys fans who are like super supportive of me too. Like, you're not the only one. It's weird. Cowboys fans and me get along, and I don't know why, because I've never, you know, at best I've been like slightly positively neutral towards the Cowboys in my life. But I mean, I'll take it, man. Cowboys fans, good people. My favorite player currently on the Patriots. That's a rough one. I tell you one thing, I don't like Mac Jones. I did not like Mac Jones going in the draft. I thought the Patriots were stupid for drafting him. And I know he had a good rookie season, but I think he's showing now why there are a lot of concerns about him. A big draft crush I had that year, a guy that the Patriots picked up was Josh Uche. So I really like Josh Uche, I guess. And off the top of my head, give me a second. I'll look up their depth chart. Patriots depth charts. All right, our lads. I was a big fan of Devontae Parker in the draft. Yeah. Yeah, man. A lot of players I was big fans of on the Patriots are all gone by now. But Christian Barmore, that was another draft crush I had. I was kind of hoping the Bengals might luck into getting him, but yeah, that's okay. I like Devin McCourty. Jabril Peppers is on the Patriots. I didn't know that. I like Jalen Mills. I'd say my favorite player on the Patriots is probably Josh Uche, just because he was such a draft crush of mine. Hit you up on Twitter talking about yeah. We will do that, man. I'd love to have you on for. I don't think I'll have you on my power rankings video, but we can do a separate video because I feel like if we do a podcast, then we're going to talk too long. But we can do a separate video that's like a discussion about the power rankings, right? And hey, maybe if it's popular enough, and if you're gonna send subscribers over to my channel, maybe we can make it like a weekly thing. Like I don't know if you watch. Like I'm a big Tom Grossi fan and a big like That's Good Sports fan, and that's kind of how I got into doing this. But I don't know if you watch GPS, the Grossi Perna show, and they kind of like have that one episode every week where they talk about their power rankings. We could do something like that if you want, but we'll talk about it on Twitter. Yeah, dude, the fact that Bailey Zappi came in and played good, that was really cool. I got to give it up to Bailey Zappi. Kendrick Bourne, Damian Harris. I mean, like. Honestly, I'm kind of like I'm very like I like Ramondre Stevenson better than Damian Harris. Like I'm kind of bored by Damian Harris. And then, who's the other guy? Kendrick Bourne. I mean, he's good. Yeah, quite honestly, man, a lot of those players that I used to really like on the Patriots, they're such a low flash and low swagger team. They just don't have a lot of those like players. So for me, it's mostly like draft crushes. Main reason I follow anybody on the Patriots. Like right now, they're like I wouldn't consider myself a Patriots fan, but I never really have. But I like the Patriots because they were such a thorn in the Steelers' side for so long, right? Like, and the fact that I thought it was cool to get to witness the greatest football dynasty of all time. Like, I just thought, like when I was a kid, I always kind of wondered, like, you know, are we ever going to get to see another great dynasty? Like, I mean, you hear these stories about the 49ers and the Steelers and the old Browns and all these teams. Are we ever going to get to see another dynasty? And also, is there ever going to be a dynasty that I don't hate? Well, there's the Patriots. I never had a reason to hate the Patriots because, I mean, I don't know if the Bengals ever really played a meaningful game against them. The only one that I can remember is Bill Belichick's the On to Cincinnati game, and that game kind of hurt. That game was kind of embarrassing, and it kind of precluded a very bad playoff appearance by us that year. But I mean, other than that, man, like I mean, I've never have I cheered for the Patriots in every Super Bowl except for the one in 2003 because I was a big I liked the Carolina Panthers at the time because they were like new and interesting, and I was a big fan of Jake Delhomme back in the day. Didn't like that he went to the Browns, but yeah, I rooted for them both times against the Eagles. I rooted for them both times against. I was so mad when they lost to the Giants, dude. Like, because I hate Eli Manning. Like he's such a turd, first of all, and the whole thing where he like refused to play for the Chargers. Like I get it, but I don't know. I just like I thought that was stupid. Like. I honestly like players refusing to play for teams when they get drafted in the NFL. I just think that's so presumptuous. Like, if you refuse to play for a team, like, I mean, I get it, you got to make the best business decision for you. But there's so much parity in the NFL. Like, I mean, it's like the only team that people should probably be refusing to play for is the Browns. And I mean, again, sorry, Thomas, if you ever watch this. But I mean, that's the only team I can think of that like just legitimately constantly ruins players. Everybody else, like, at least usually sends players on to have good careers elsewhere, even if they're not a good team at the time. So I don't like that when players refuse to play for teams. And I really thought it was like presumptuous as fuck when Eli Manning did it. And then I don't like Peyton Manning. I think he's presumptuous. And I think he's like a pompous idiot. I mean, I like Archie Manning, and Cooper seems cool. But I don't like Peyton and Eli. So I hated that the Patriots lost that. Like, especially in 2007. Like, I wanted to see him do it, man. The 16-0, the 19-0. I wanted to see him do it. I was kind of disappointed when they didn't. Love That's Good Sports and Tom Grassi. So yeah, dude, yeah. Let's do something like that. I mean, like, you know, if the stream, if the podcast goes well, like, you know, let's get on live and let's talk about our power rankings and stuff. And if it goes well, then we could turn it into like a thing, you know? Like, I wouldn't mind having something like that, having like, you know, something separate from my other YouTube channel that I could, you know, we could both use to grow our channels and stuff like that. I think that'd be cool as hell, you know? So, but yeah, let's talk about it. How about those Giants winning, I think you meant to say, versus the Packers. Dude, just talking about the power rankings, man. Look out for those power rankings, because like we got to start taking the Giants seriously now. Like we were just talking about Tom Grassi. I know Tom Grassi's like, are we bad now? Like, bro, you're 3-2. Shut the hell up. The Packers are 3-2. You're fine. Like, I know you have some issues. You're not a juggernaut right now, maybe, but the Giants are a good football team, and I think they just proved it by beating a good football team. So, like, dude, look out for those power rankings, because I mean, like, the Giants might be making an appearance somewhere where they are not used to making appearances right now. Yep. All right, y'all. So I think that's going to be it for me. It's like almost midnight, and I kind of want to get to bed so I can get up tomorrow and record these videos and not just be up all night, you know. So I'm going to head up on out of here, but thank you so much for watching, guys. This might be the most active. I mean, a lot of my streams lately have been going good, but my streams have been getting a lot more active lately, and I really like that. It really makes it fun to do these streams, you know? So I appreciate all of you for showing up, and I appreciate you, Matthew Thompson, for being my first subscriber, and I appreciate you, Majestic YT, for always being such a huge, like, you've been such a loyal supporter of me as well. I mean, think Jordan, you know, one of my best friends growing up, man. My guy who actually on the spot officiated my wedding, Jordan Link. I mean, I know you came in here and you just kind of talked shit, but I appreciate. I'm down for people talking shit. You know, I appreciate you all showing up, man. A Super Bowl contenders or the Eagles? I don't see. I don't know. I just don't know if the Eagles are going to keep it up. But I believe in the Eagles more to keep it up than the Giants, just because, like, I mean, it just seems so fluky. But I got to give them credit right now. Like, if the playoffs happen right now, the Giants have breezed through it, man. Like, got to give them credit. The Eagles are hot right now, and Jalen Hurts is something else. And that running game, dude, like, the Eagles might be legit. The Eagles might actually be legit. I'm maybe a little skeptical on the Giants, but the Eagles might legit be for real. See ya. Have a great night, y'all. Look. That's it, guys. I'm out. It sucks that we lost, but I'm not. We're 2-3. You know, it's not the end of the world. All right, so we got to get some things fixed. But it's not like it's not like we really hit the ground running last year either, and we went to the Super Bowl. So that's, you know, we get on a hot streak, and, you know, cool stuff could happen. And I think we'll be in that wild card discussion even if we don't win the division. You know, but that's all I got for this one, guys. So. Last comment here. See you tomorrow. So that's all I got for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And, you know, check me out at Kyle Phelps 92, the Battle of Ohio podcast. We talked about that earlier. ATBnetwork.com. Y'all want to go check that out. I haven't put a lot of written content up there lately, but they're the ones who are providing me the ability to do StreamYard. So at the very least, I want to send some love back their way for, you know, basically I haven't been very active writing for them, and they're still letting me do all this. So just, you know, go give them some love. They have a lot of good content. But anyway, that's all I got for this week, guys. So I will leave y'all as always with a hooray, and I'll see y'all. I guess for the Bears Commander game, man. Like I said,